Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Feral Fiasco here. Whoops. So I went back and I got all the chests down in the condemned sector, and one of them was one of the security chests. So we have two additional SP now. But having sorted out the situation with Ashen, the group returned to Old Town. After grabbing a late dinner at Monmar, they finally settled down for some much needed rest. Yeah, she killed us. But she was under the influence of the Genesis, so not really her fault. And we got it back. I have a feeling a lot of our former allies are about to be coming at us sideways. The second Genesis. This wasn't how I expected to get it back. Yeah, it's definitely not a fake either. We saw what it could do. Does that mean this was all just another case of a Genesis going haywire then? I don't think that's that simple. If I remember right, this unit had the ability to manipulate vital forces. Hard to imagine that it could pull off the things we saw this time around. Yeah, making Ashen believe something that didn't happen. I concur. Consider the way Miss Lu and the others had been corrupted. And with that crimson asswipe's handiwork written all over it. Yes, the Genesis was probably being used as a point of origin. As for that corrosive power the Crimson Brindle has, it must have been strengthened after the 8th Genesis was reassembled. Now it's able to wear away at past memories. When that happens, the target's perception gets rewritten, the way Ashen's was. So basically, it can alter what people remember. At least, that's what we're speculating. Alright, Tsukishima. Sorry, but I'm drawing a blank on everything that happened. Okay, yeah, because we didn't actually, that was new information. I don't remember them saying anything about it eroding old memories. Before I knew it, the only thought I had in my mind was revenge. My circumstances were similar. I acted as if ordered by my chieftain and so harbored no qualms with my mission. So that was fake too. Perhaps we were under the influence of a highly sophisticated technique, one capable of rewriting our perceptions. It was as if we were being shown a possibility that could have come to pass. So it's got to be something that could have happened. She could be made to believe that Sao had been killed by us. Because, I mean, not gonna lie, Sao's been in many situations where he could have wound up dead at the hands of the protagonists. And Kurogane obviously has gotten orders like this from his chieftain before, so... Whatever the case, we can say for sure that an unidentified phenomenon is at work here. It could be a sign that our high-risk offenders are making a move again. Crimson Grendel and Gardenmaster, you mean? At this point, we need to... Who could that be? Sorry, but our office hours are long over. Is it gonna be Nadia?
Whoops. Hope you don't mind me barging in.
It's Shizuna again. Why don't she just... She should just join up at this point. That voice. Just join. The Divine Blade of Silver. I half expected her to come. At this point, yes. Now I'm like, she should just stay. She's just gonna keep coming here. But what for?
Short time no see, guys. I just stopped by to say thanks for today. Well, that. And to cut a little deal.
Yes, just join. A deal? Here comes that sinking feeling again.
As Ikaruga's second in command, I can't just shrug off what happened.
Right, she needs to find out what occurred, what's going on, someone who manipulated her people, and that requires her officially joining up with Arkwright Solutions.
No matter how you slice it, my subordinates were used in a, let's say, unconventional manner. So, in exchange for you calling it even, I'm taking it upon myself to pitch in for a while.
Yes, because she just keeps showing up. I'm not complaining. Definitely, I wanted her to be a party member way back when she showed up in Reverie.
Think of it as an apology mixed with a dash of gratitude.
Oh, brother. I should have seen this coming. Hey, look on the bright side. We couldn't ask for a better helper. So it's just F Master Bearguard then, huh? Agreed. Combat skills leave nothing to be desired, and her unclouded eye will surely serve us well. She'd be a valuable asset considering what lies ahead. Just so we're clear here, this ain't gonna be like the time you helped us out in Longport. If you're in for the long haul, and it's our way or the highway. Got it?
Sure, I think I can handle that much.
Yeah? Then in that case, welcome aboard. Happy to have you with us again! So, she's with us for the rest of the game. Now that our surprise guest is settled in, let's get back to the topic at hand. To recap, it's plain to see that the enemy's exploiting the Genesees for their own twisted gain, and also doesn't care if we come back into possession of them. Maybe the Gardenmaster had to alter his plans because he wasn't able to get his hands on all 8 of them? I don't know. That's why we need to recover the rest of them as quickly as possible. Yes, there are still 6 units unaccounted for. Going by our progress today, this is going to take us a long while. In that case, we'll want to be prudent with our itinerary from here on out. Good call. We're going to be pressed for time no matter what. So, let's try to get our agenda mapped out by the end of the night. Do we even have a lead to go off of? That's the question. Has the guild caught on to anything? In a matter of speaking, we've received word that the remnants of those anti-immigration terrorists, the True Grievance Brigade, are mobilizing. Yeah, the people that her father fell in with. Well, or maybe, I forget if he fell in with them or if he was like shepherding them. He was definitely in a head position, but I don't remember his origin with them. It doesn't matter. F those guys. They were the ones who hid out in Aramis. Whoa, that's some pretty alarming news. Yeah, might pay off to poke around about it. That said, I've got another possible lead. A letter came in while we were out. Okay, so what I thought was going to happen, because it said Act 2, Route A. I'm not sure if there were any choices or different things I could have made, but I assumed that there was a Route B possibility it would throw us into. That's why I was surprised that the act just ended where it did. But I think what's about to go on here is that it's going to let us choose how this act plays out. We can either follow up on Elaine's lead or we can follow up on Van's lead. Really? Who from? My master, if you can believe it. Oh, Bearguard, what's up? A letter from Bearguard? The timing's uncanny. Makes me curious what the old fogey has to say. So, what'd he write? Let me read it out loud for you. To Van and the rest of Arkwright Solutions. I hope this message finds you well. It has come to my knowledge, albeit only in bits and pieces, that a number of peculiar incidents have recently transpired in the Republic. Unfortunately, due to extenuating circumstances, I will be unable to visit in person. Nevertheless, I am compelled to put my concerns to paper. It would seem these convoluted events are occurring in quick succession. But while the situation may appear chaotic, there is undoubtedly an overarching narrative at play. However, it cannot be found by scrutinizing each individual element. Instead, you must step back and adopt a broader perspective. In chess, one must watch not the pieces, but the board. So too should you make another effort to see the bigger picture. If I notice anything myself, I will have my disciples inform you. Know that I have every confidence in your ability to overcome this. Till next we meet, Bearguard Zeman. Damn, Gramps! His advice is so spot on, you'd think he was spying on us! It's impressive, to say the least. And he makes a fair point about seeing the bigger picture. Things have definitely been in a jumble since Nemeth Island. We've left a lot unsolved. Taking the time to reassess it might lead us to an epiphany. Not just in regard to our enemy's motives, But with what happened to Aslan today too, I think it'd be well worth the effort. So, what's our plan for tomorrow then? Our options are to either investigate the remnants of the True Grievance Brigade, or follow Mr. Zeman's suggestion and review the mysteries that have arisen thus far. Let's see. I think I want to... I'm going to look into the True Grievance Brigade. I say we check out the anti-immigration group. Sounds like a plan. Great. Then let's pack it in for tonight. We've got a busy day in store. Okay. The next day. Let's get it. March 21st, 12:09, 8 a.m. We're very punctual. Alright, time to get this workday started. Like we decided last night, we're going to be looking into what those anti-immigration radicalists are up to. The True Grievance Brigade. Since appearing at Aramis, their remnants have reportedly been lying low around the city. Aslan's mind got straight up rewritten by that Crimson Corrosion crap. We needed to keep an eye out in case these guys go through something similar. Yes, but even if nothing abnormal happens, that doesn't make them any less dangerous. We can't allow them the freedom to commit another act of terror. Then I guess we'll just have to ask around town about them while we work through our 4 SPGs. That's a sensible approach, but where should we start gathering information? Naturally, anti-immigration radicalists would want to target the immigrant population. Does that bring anything to mind? I forget, there's obviously a place here that has the highest concentration of immigrants, but I can't remember what it's called. For people from the Central East, we can try asking around the temple in Riverside. Father Monster should be in the loop on that front. A fine idea, Farida. As for the Eastern residents, Hayway will be the go-to source for any particulars. Their internal issues have been tearing them apart. That jackass Sal's done a bang-up job patching things back together. We can probably find out what's what from Mao over at Kayunga. You're talking about that popular Eastern restaurant in the Tyrell district, right? It's not the same as Far Eastern cuisine, but the food's great and the menu's enormous. That gives us 2 spots, but it wouldn't hurt to hit up a few more. While we're at it, why don't we check in with everyone's favorite neighborhood anti-immigration protester? The one who's always in front of the station? I think his name was Jacobin. Really? I guess I'd know that if I bothered talking to people. Though I don't recall seeing him around lately. He might have learned his lesson after what happened in Arasion. I'm not even gonna bother pretending I remember a Jacobin back there. Then we'll just have to settle for what the cops stationed around the area can tell us. That's as good a place to start as any. Then let's get this show on the road. The last time you had me on for a 4 SPG was in Longport, so I'm raring to go. Just don't have too much fun with it. We gotta be on our guard more than ever. Is this gonna be Miriam? No. Hey there, Arkwright. Hermes here. A long time no see. Finally got my moonlighting out of the way, so the courier business is back up and running again. Give me a call if you ever need anything, and I'll make the drop in no time flat. Golden. Bike courier. What kind of order delivery?
Okay, let's get out there and have a look around. We can check the bulletin board.
Uh-oh, whoops. I did not expect a scene. Well, if it isn't our delinquent tenant. Gang gets bigger every time I see you. Yeah, well, it's not like I asked for it. I apologize for any commotion. There is a whole gang of us. And I'm sorry I didn't stop here for breakfast. Just get a load of that aroma. Catch me in a good mood and maybe I'll treat ya. But, by the by, didn't y'all get invited to the Z1 Grand Prix? Yeah, well, that comic clown sent us 3 tickets. Is Victor not gonna go? And Yume here says she just had to see it. That's right. We'll be closing up shop as soon as the morning crowd is gone. So if you'd like to order something, now's the time. We were indeed going to check their menu. Duly noted. Something the matter, Yums? Has she started to suspect? It's nothing. Anyway, did you know today's race is the finals? That means it's gonna be extra fast. It's a little scary, but I still can't wait. I can definitely understand why you might find it frightening. You ask me, that just adds to the thrill. I've only ever seen them from behind a screen, but it's probably nothing compared to watching in person. Well, either way, this one's capping off a whole year's worth of races, so it's bound to be extra special. Yeah, I'd have nabbed a seat in the stands too if things weren't the way they are. But hey, don't let that stop you folks from enjoying yourselves. Oh, we plan on it, believe you me. Wouldn't be worth the lost business otherwise. You take care out there, everyone. See you later! Well, just be on our way then. I wonder...
Kinda surprised that stuck-up old man would actually come see a race.
Yeah, I didn't
Perhaps Mr. Lugan's gradual efforts have started to bear fruit.
think he was gonna go for it either. I thought he was gonna give Van his ticket.
Do your best out there, okay?
But I'm wondering if Yume is being all weird
Thank you all for stopping by.
for a different... Wait, where's the other girl?
What would you like?
He's got new stuff. Oh, finally! These are expensive, though. And, if we can we should be able to make action 3s.
Come again.
Yeah,
Allow me to
trade.
assist.
Ooh, maple fountain pen. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in on that. Oh! We only have 2 U material plus. Oh, that puts a damper on that.
Hope to see you again.
Yeah. I was not expecting
Hope to
for
see you
us to
again.
wipe out that quickly.
What would you like?
We'd like a lot of this stuff. Mistyverse by 50%. Fear 2 is 600. Oh, can we get a freeze 2 actually? We sure can. And we'll get a burn 2 as well. Yeah. I'll do a single cast 3. Yeah.
Come again.
So, oh, right.
Would
I
you
need to
like?
go over everything. But, this is, well, it's excellent, but we're going to have to,
Come again.
when we go into the Marian Garden, we're definitely going to have to use those support items in order to get more higher elements. Let's do a lane over fairy. But I don't want to give Rosette all my high tier stuff.
Modifying your orb.
I'm sorry, Rosette. Oh, but we don't have a dedicated caster in this team. She's still not getting like cast 3.
Let me handle this.
We also don't have anybody who can make use of burn 2 effectively. That's fine. I always plan on giving him this freeze.
Maintenance.
Can we do? It probably won't let us double up. Yeah. Oh! No! What? Okay. What the heck? See, I don't get this. They both say extra line only, so why can I put freeze to... whatever. Okay, we will move...
Skills updated.
Yeah!
Skills updated.
He's about to be a freaking menace!
Commencing maintenance.
We can... I think I feel fine. When have we ever seen her dodge anything? But I guess this would get rid of her Gale impact. Maybe fairy instead. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to fairy instead, because freeze is OP. Burn, not nearly as much so. Max EP plus 120. Sure. All right. Okay, I don't want to do the math on that right now, but I want to move and stuff. So she will get. Actually, I think I'll give her.
Let me handle this.
Does she have an action? She does not. I'll worry. Okay, I think I'll worry about where to put all this stuff late for. I'll just hang on to them for right now.
Sure is getting colder.
So, what do we got?
What to do?
Hey, so we found another weird one in the garden. Word of caution though, when I scanned it, the only thing that showed up was 3 question marks. You'll take care of it for us, right? As always, feel free to use the terminal in Rosette's room to get the job done. Thank you, thank you. Alright, cool. Shouldn't be any big deal. And it looks like there's something else over yonder for us. Oh, right. That's this should lead to Rosette's room? Yeah. Alright. So with that done, Riverside.
Let's do this.
See what we got going on here.
Where's your next?
What to do?
Patients escaped from my clinic, and as circumstances necessitate that he not be left unsupervised. Would you mind bringing him back for me? I'll be waiting at my clinic in the meantime. Okay, definitely got to get in on that. And the Blacklight District?
Want to take the scenic?
Oh no, because that's where she's at. I was like, I thought Van didn't
Confirming
take
your
the
schedule.
4 SPGs from down here, and he does not. She posted it. She posted it in broad daylight for all to see.
Shall we go?
We shall. And looks like there is nada for us to purchase here. I missed out on seeing a movie in the last section. I realized that far too late. So, after we check this guy out, that's what we'll be doing.
Praise be to Arusha.
Father, I've discovered yet another one taped to the walls of the temple. Oh, they're getting harassed. What is this place coming to? It's already been torn down and disposed of. I'll go and make sure there aren't any more. Is something wrong, Father Mansour? If there's trouble, we'll hear you out. Depending on the issue, we can even take it on as a job. I appreciate your concern, but things aren't quite so dire. We've merely had some occasional instances of unsavory flyers being posted, or even distributed, around our grounds. You mean to say someone's harassing the temple? If so, you should submit a report to the guild or police and have them handle the situation. Actually, these flyers concern a specific individual, rather than the temple itself. Really? Thus, we are in no position to press charges. Oh, I feel like you can still harass a singular person, especially if it's an instance of gang stalking. A targeted attack, huh? Don't suppose they're bounties for a certain phantom thief. So, you are the flyers about? Exactly. You might not be familiar with him, but they regard a young man named Aslan. I think vaguely we've come into contact with this dude prior to this. I feel like I've heard of him somewhere before. Me as well, Kaktra, me as well. He's an up-and-coming Z1 racer who's been gaining steam lately. Yeah, I think we raced against him with the RC cars. Was that him or was that Maxim? I think it was him. In the last race, he came close to catching Maxim Lugan, the current champion. Damn, must be a real speed demon. Rumor has it that this year's Grand Prix will boil down to a straight-out duel between the two. Aslan's from the Central East and a good-looking guy to boot, so he's been a real top trending topic. Does he have any connection to this temple? His accomplishments as an immigrant have made him something of a celebrity among those of Central Eastern descent. As such, a great deal of his admirers are part of our congregation, making this the perfect place to try and ruin his image. Yes, the flyers do nothing but besmirch his character. They'll claim he's a violent brute or that he has ties to the mafia. How awful! Any of that rooted in reality? Aaron just has to make sure. There's no concrete evidence to speak of, so I don't believe it's worth putting any stock into. The man himself has visited the temple a number of times, and as far as I can tell, he is as devout and sincere a youth as can be. Sure, but sometimes it's the goody two-shoes that have the most skeletons in their closets. Even still, this is clearly nothing more than a malicious smear campaign. Perhaps the guilty party is envious of his success. Could also be the work of anti-immigration terrorists who can't handle a Central Easterner rising to fame. Honestly, both are extremely plausible. Man, there are some S-tier haters out there, trust. All men are equal before the winged goddess, Arusha. She draws no distinction between race or ethnicity. To go against this is nothing short of deplorable. Father Mansour, if these flyers continue to appear, it may constitute a disturbance to the temple. Was that just some random who entered? I guess that can happen. In which case, you would still be eligible to file a complaint with the guild, despite not being the victim of defamation. So please, don't hesitate to reach out to us if the need arises. I can only pray it doesn't. Nevertheless, we will keep your kind offer in mind. So, they're harassing our boy. Wait, what? Isn't it Ape? It's March. What the heck? I guess that's not unheard of. Wait, can we? No. Well, I guess for the time being, we won't be going to see a movie. The Satan District isn't available to us. Interesting. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and hit up the Blacklight District.
Let's be on our way.
See what's going on with Dr. Isabel's patient. Oh, but first we'll see what's going on with the black market.
Welcome! Please stop by again. Welcome! Thank you for coming.
I'm not seeing anything new.
Please stop by again.
Does he have stuff the other guys didn't? Doesn't look like it. Yes, he does. Oh, advanced time arts. Though Chrono Break might as well not even be there. It's so useless. Alright, that's
Please
probably
stop by
it.
again.
Very well.
It is. But we got another person we can hit up.
What would you like?
Soul Chef Eastern Delicacies. And we can get another Proverbs of Strife as
Please
well.
stop by again sometime.
And from here, the only thing left to do is check her out. And just gotta actually pay attention to my mini-map so we can go to the right place. Let's actually eat these first. Items. Eastern Delicacies. I'm going to guess... Oh, this is to teach Shizuna something, obviously. Forager's Feast. Rosette Wellness Burger. Unprecedented doesn't even begin to describe this case. It's times like these when I wish I had that Spriggan on call. You do? The whole gang is here. Ah, speak of the devil. Nice to see you, Arkride Solutions. Those expectant looks tell me you're here about the request I put up. Yep, can't make any guarantees, but give us the particulars and we'll let you know if it works for us. A patient ran away from your clinic, if I recall correctly. How exactly did that come about? I'll start from the top and give you the rundown. It all began this morning. A man I'd never seen before had fallen unconscious here in the Blacklight District. He was easy pickings. That is to say, I gave him a checkup out of the kindness of my heart. Right! While there weren't any external injuries, his disease had grown so severe that he couldn't move a muscle. Oh, he was actually going out bad. I had medication specific to his condition in stock, so I brought him into the clinic and treated him then and there. Wow, you're a real saint of a doctor. Save for the part where she called him easy pickings. Sure, what are you talking about? I didn't hear anything like that. Now, this is where the problem comes in. I took my eyes off him for just a second, only to come back to an empty room and some money for my services. Oh, interesting. Not many people down here in the Blacklight District would have done that first part. Quite a few, or second part. Quite a few would have done that first part. There was no sign that anyone else had come in, so he must have ran off on his own. If he was trying to dip out of paying his medical bills, that'd be one thing. But the prices you charge are practically highway robbery. Besides, this patient left enough mirror before going, right? That he did. And the funny thing is, it was actually more than I was planning to charge. In any case, I have a few ideas as to why he ran out on money the way he did. If this person could more than afford her fees, then they probably didn't want to be caught down here, or they were on a mission or something, or they might just not belong down here. There's a lot of ways this could go, honestly. He kept on ranting and raving. I can't believe they're after me, and so forth. There was a lot more to it, but that's the only part I could make out clearly. Those are the words of a guy caught up in the wrong kind of trouble. Whatever it is, it's big enough that he'd rather book it than stay here and heal up. Maybe so. If it were as simple as that, I'd have been content to send him on his merry way, lollipop in hand. But his treatment isn't even close to complete yet. Oh, she actually doesn't want this dude to die. She doesn't just want to milk him for all he's worth. If he doesn't regularly take medication or relieve any side effects, the results could be disastrous. Worst case scenario, he'll die. Just like that. That's horrible! Shouldn't you be out trying to, I don't know, save his life? That's what you put up the Forest PG for. What do you think we're here to do? No need to get so worked up. I said worst case scenario, didn't I? The chances of that are below 1%, though it's 100% certain he'll end up in so much pain that he will wish he were dead. That's not any better. Indeed, if his condition was critical to begin with, any additional side effects would only exacerbate it. His personal circumstances notwithstanding, it would be best to retrieve him sooner rather than later. I'm guessing that's what you're requesting us to do? Right, you are. My patient paid me in full, so I have an obligation to ride this out to the end. I'd appreciate it if you could bring him back here as quickly as you can. Huh. That's way more level-headed. That's a way more level-headed ask than I was bracing for. I'm also a bit concerned about whoever it is that's after him. Whether it's to gather information or save someone in need, we're duty-bound to address this matter. What do you think, Van? Let's see. Yeah, let's help out this guy. Guess we don't have much choice but to take on the job. Thanks. Glad you see things my way. Now, here are some pills. Pass them along to my patient if you manage to find it. They're the same kind I'd originally planned to administer in order to moderate his side effects. If he's already exhibiting symptoms, he should be able to curb them for a while. Consider it done. So, mind giving us a few more specifics on this runaway of yours? Not at all. He's a man in his late 20s with a slim build. The medicine I gave him likely restored his mobility to some small degree, and he took that very first opportunity to dip. But as his treatment is only in its early stages, ergo far from complete, I suspect he'll be struggling to walk. In that case, it should be easy to follow his trail. Then the next question is, which way this guy headed? It sounds like he might not have been able to actually leave the Blacklight District in his condition. Is he hiding out in the Blacklight District, or did he already make for the hills? Well, why don't we go to the nearest exit and check? We can ask around the area and see if anyone saw him. If a sighting is reported, then the likelihood that he left the district grows. Elsewise, we can safely assume that he is still somewhere to be found here. Works for me. The exit closest to us is over in the northeast. Lindsay's shop is set up around those parts. We can try asking her about it. Let the search begin!
Let's start this 4SPG, shall we?
Indeed. The escaped patient. So first things first, we gotta hit up old Lynn's.
I have some good books on sale.
Achievements. Oh, neat. Don't mind if and we do.
Let me ask you something.
So what you got? A slender, sickly-looking man in his late 20s. Actually, I did see someone like that just a bit ago. He's gone through that exit over there, so he did leave. Alright, well. We hit the bullseye right off the bat. So if he's left the Blacklight District, that gives us no shortage of locations to investigate. We're gonna need a little more info then. Like what direction he went, or if he was being tailed. Anything else you happen to notice, Lindsay? Well, let me think. He was out of breath, but that didn't keep him from muttering to himself. Things like, this passport should do the trick, and it'll be dicey near the embassies, but I have to go. Okay, so he's making his way towards the train station? Does? We've never actually traveled. We have traveled by airship, but we've never been to, like, an airport in Calvert, I don't think. And we mostly drive. It's not like Liberl. You could have knocked him over with a feather. I was torn on whether or not to reach out. Thin, wimpy types don't usually do it for me, but his heavy pantsing and looks of agony were just so adorable. Oh, well, hey. Oops, and did I say that out loud? Only at the top of your lungs. Thanks for sharing, though. Funny girl, this one. Anyway, that passport bit sticks out to me. Chances are he came to the Blacklight District in order to get one faked for him. Oh, that didn't even occur to me. Then there's the part about the embassies. Sounds like he's got no choice but to be in the same area as them. Then our next stop is the Albert District. That's where all the embassies are. Well, I can't say I followed any of that, but I'm glad I was able to be of help. Hurry and finish up your work so you can visit me again, okay? Boyfriend number 4. Wait, what? Alright, well clearly she is quite the character. How many times do I gotta say it? We are not together, period. Okay, boyfriend number 4. Well, isn't this a comical little routine? Elaine is like, do I have to cut you? Do I have to make things clear? You see that glare in her eyes? Terrifying. Yeah, somebody's trying to move in on her territory. Yes is like, whew, better you than me.
I have some good books on sale.
Fun. Oh, it's locked? Alright. We should be able to, like, unless the game is lame and prevents us from really... Are we gonna talk about this snowfall? Alright, here we are in the Albert District. This is where that patient from Isabel's clinic fled to, presumably. But how exactly are we going to find him? Going by the dude's mumbling, he'll be steering clear from the embassies if he can help it. Other than that, we're pretty hard up for clues. Actually, I've got one thing we can try. Isabel gave this guy something specifically made to treat his condition, right? She said as much, yeah, but what difference does that make? I believe I see your implication. Let me just check if my idea holds any water first. I'm not sure. Hello? Oh, hello. Something the matter? We're on the hunt for your patient, but figuring out how to pick up his trails got us stumped. So I had a question for you. Can you get this medicine anywhere else? Is it possible to track any ingredients of that medication you gave him? That was close. You want us to track the medicine itself? Oh, really thinking outside the box, I see. The dosages were delivered both orally and via injection. In other words, the medicine he ingested might leave detectable particles when he exhales. Oh, a shard surge. Okay. Well, dang, technology cutting out a lot of the freaking legwork we'd have to do otherwise. I can send you the name of the drug if you need. That'd be great. I'll let you get back to it then. Knock him dead out there. Or well, you know what I mean. Now I understand. The patient's breathing was labored. If the traces he left are spaced closely enough, we may be able to perform a shard search. Right, and factoring in wind displacement would allow us to reverse calculate their origin points too. Thank Adios for the brainiacs on the team. Then allow me to test whether a shard search detects any matches to this pharmaceutical's components. Sure, take it away. We got a match? The traces are discernible, if only faintly. Shard search would indeed be feasible, albeit more difficult to follow than usual. Really? Okay. You're incredible, Rosette! And don't we ever forget it. Figures you're a tech whiz. Be much of a Mardu concierge otherwise. Does that imply that Mirabelle also has the same sort of ability? Your praise honors me. Alright, let's get this show on the road. The longer we take, the more off the mark Rosette's calculations will get. Right. So our brother man was huffing and puffing this away, but we also have other business to attend to. He doesn't have anything for us to purchase. Does anybody have anything for us to buy here? They do not. Oh well. Back to following this guy's breadcrumbs.
I should offer up another friend.
Oh. Don't think you're getting away from me that easy. No. There's no reason for us to go to the Merihian Garden just yet, though. They always end up here. This is as far as the trail goes. Our runaway patient must have passed through this gate then. But why? All it leads to is an abandoned subway line. There's a possibility that he has a fake passport, if you'll recall. In which case, his goal would be to either leave the country illicitly or obtain a fraudulent visa. Given that, choosing this route would imply that he's attempting to escape the capital. I see now. He's planning to lose his pursuers by sneaking out underground. Sure, but the border is not exactly a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Albert district. It'd take a real nutcase to make that trek with a body falling apart at the seams. He must be that freaking desperate. Just goes to show how desperate he is. But the only way to know what he's going through is to ask the guy himself. Let's go inside and get to searching. Keep your heads on a swivel, just in case. Tamam! Not first time you've ever heard that. Must be alright in Arabic or something. The team entered the abandoned... Wait, I don't have to guess. Let's find out what that actually means, shall we? Tamam. Cora never failed us before, except for all the other times it has. Yeah. I mean, obviously from the context, but this apparently just means alright or okay, which, you know, we can glean from the context. That's still pretty cool. The team entered the abandoned subway line and proceeded into its depths. Then, in the distance, they spotted the figure of a man on the run. Oh! Shoot, you're leaving on me already. No, nothing else for it. This won't buy much time, but I'm short on options. He's booking it. Oh, he thinks, okay. Just a little further until we catch up. Think again. He locked it? Can't we just bust that door down? There's no way we can't. Ah, he slipped away. And I think I just heard a lock engage. These doors look old, but the security system seems to be relatively new. Most likely, it can only be released from the opposite end. Now, maybe there's a detour we can take? Well, I guess we can't just go through the city busting through stuff as we see fit. Going the long way would just give him a free pass to shake us off. Good point. We're better off keeping up the chase through here. You look pretty bone-tired just now. My bet's it'll take this chance to rest. How do you plan to open these doors, then? With the power of hacking? The only way we can. By unlocking them from the inside. Think your little friend can help us with that, Kaktra? Oh, I get it. You want Theo to wrap around and disengage the lock. Theo, reporting for duty. But how are they supposed to get to the other side? There was a duct back over there. It only connects to this room, structurally speaking. There you have it, Theo. Try sneaking in through the duct. Understood, Kaktra. Initiating auto mode. Let's get it! The power of Theo will not be denied. Oh, right. I was about to be defeated by the freaking camera. Oh. And there's no time limit either, so... there we go. So yeah, there really is... Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Hold on. There we go. Yeah. All this stuff is ours. There we go. Oh, okay. Ooh, whoops. Haha. Okay. So they did get us. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, what? Interesting. Can we hack this or what? I must have missed something because this does not seem. Yeah, okay. I was like, how fast do they expect Theo to move? Oh. Ain't got nothing on us. Just got to make sure our depth perception is working as it should. And where is... Okay, I guess it's further up. Or is it... Did I miss the... There it is. Wait, what? I think I might have just mistaken the reflection here. Okay, I'm not sure where to go. Not as simple as I thought it would be. Where the heck is the thing at? Is our... What? Okay, there we go. Aha! That took longer than it should have, but it's all good. We got there eventually. Oh, wrong way. Aha! We will not be denied. Theo has a task. Theo will see it through to the end. Whoa! Okay, there's a lot going on here. Whew. Whew. There we go. God dang it. It's the camera, I swear. We gotta put it at an angle so we can see where this stuff is actually at relative to us. Okay, and then this one. We have to... I probably could move... Ooh. Ooh. Can't move to the... Ooh. Okay. Let's get it! Yes! Oh, it's an item. Honestly, the ones we've seen so far have not been worth it even a little bit, but you never know when our fortunes might reverse. A serum capsule! Well, hey! There we go. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I think we probably should have failed right there, but you know what? Jeez. Okay. So this is they're making us work for this one. No? Okay, no. I went too far over. God dang it. All right. Whoops. Aha. Freedom? Oh. Okay, something activate. Oh, I see. I'm looking for an item. We need to go down here to dodge this. There we go. And we're through? Yeah, definitely would not have earned any SP on that. That successfully traversed. Now proceeding to release lock. Though I don't think there's any SP bonuses attached to those. At least I hope not. Because we F'd that up multiple times. Way to go, Theo. Bro's not taking a rest. He's done. I was wondering why I didn't hear any footsteps. Turns out he barely even took one. Yeah, he's not doing so hot. I can't. Got me. Is he all right? No, he's not. His face is pale, and he's sweating up a storm. Give him the medication we brought. The side effects are starting to manifest. So he only has a 1% chance of dying from that, but yeah, he would have been he might not have died from his illness, but he would have died from exposure. The group had the man ingest the medicine Isabel had given them. Oh. Thank goodness we were able to remedy the situation. I owe you guys my life. Who exactly am I thanking, though? At first, I thought you were the ones chasing me. So it sounds like we're probably not going to get out of this without a fight, but... They're from Arkwright Solutions, the Blacklight District doctor who took you in sent us a request. Apparently, if you stop your treatment partway through, the side effects could be fatal. He wants you to hurry back ASAP. Says she'd look after you till everything's done and dusted. Side effects? So that's what had me hurting like never before. But more importantly, you said Arkwright Solutions, right? Now that I get a closer look, I recognize you. You're that Spriggan who works with the police and guild from time to time. You even got ties to Kincaid from the Integrated Analysis Division. Okay, who is this guy? That'll teach me to let my guard down. You're here to take me back too, aren't you? Huh. Not the place I'd expect a spectacled sadist to get name dropped. So, when you say you're being chased by someone, so the CID is after this guy? You're talking about the CID? I knew this guy looked familiar somehow. He was there when I met with Renee at the cafe. Oh, that's this guy! The one who got played big time by, Lecter, I think it was. Was it him? But yes, he was in one of the fragments in Reverie. Believe me, if I could stop getting tangled up with Renee, I would. We've got no plans to hang you into the CID if that's what you're worried about. Heck, we ain't even gonna rat you out. Wait. It seems like kind of an oversight for the Empire to not send their spies in with fake papers. Why did he have to go to the Blacklight District in order to get a passport? He should have already had something like that, right? That don't mean we're on the same side, though. Think of us as more of a neutral party. Even if he's potentially escaping with Calvardian secrets? If we really wanted to capture you, we would have kept those meds to ourselves. Perhaps you'd feel more comfortable having the guild intervene in lieu of a Spriggan. Were the CID to demand your extradition, though, we would have no choice but to comply. If that isn't to your liking, I suggest you begin explaining what this is about. Fine, I'll talk. My name is Hubert. I'm with the 2nd External Affairs Division of the CID. Wait, what? No, he's not. Okay. And I'm sick and tired of being used as a pawn for their international information wars. So this is not the guy. So I'm running away from both them and the Imperial Intelligence Division in hopes of reaching the Free Cities. Not just the CID, but the Intelligence Division as well. You must have held a pretty important position too, being part of an international information war. I guess that's why, with all the stuff that he knows, with all the information he's party to, or he's been party to, the Republic never let him leave. Important, he says. They treated me as nothing more than a puppet. I was a double agent for both the Empire and the Republic. Quadruple agent, if you will. That's a lot to keep track of. Wait. So if he's ultimately here in the Republic, so he's ultimately serving them. So he's a Republic agent, went over to the Empire to make them feel like they were being double-crossed, then was sent back from the Empire to Calvert to make them feel like they were double-crossing him. Then he went back over, but that would only make him a triple agent? So he is ultimately with the Intelligence Division, I think, if my math is holding up. Quadruple agent? So he is the guy we're thinking of, I think. Because he's ultimately spying. He's spying on Calvert for the Empire, ultimately, but under like a second layer of double agency. Not even a movie would go for something so convoluted. How the hell did you land yourself in that gig? I was originally affiliated with the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division, but after the war, I gave up on Erebonia entirely. So I struck a deal. If I brought them the head of a certain co-worker of mine, the CID would let me join them. Whoops. Oh, what was that? Backlog. Oh, this is the guy. Okay, it's almost like the guy we're thinking of he works for Erebonia. He doesn't work for the CID, but yes, okay, he just got caught up in an additional layer of BS. All right. Simply put, I shifted allegiance to the Republic. So up until then, you were just a simple spy. But then my target, the Scarecrow, caught on to my secret mission. He threatened me into pretending to be a double agent that had sworn loyalty to the Republic while following the Empire's instruction instead. Playing double agent for two nations, then maneuvering to give one party the upper hand. Such are the activities of a triple agent. Yes, but then the CID caught wind of my circumstances. Okay, so yes, this is the update. Since that's happened, he's been found out again. This guy is so bad at this. Oh my gosh. So they started giving me baited intel, fully anticipating that I would deliver it to the Empire. It only hit me just recently, but I've been dancing in the palm of their hand for who knows how long. And knowing Lecter, he's probably smelled BS for quite a while. And that's how you wound up a quadruple agent. I think I kinda get it, sorta, except not really. Just listening to this is giving me a stress ulcer. You know, it was when I crossed over to the Republic that my health started going to pot. Each superpower would browbeat me into probing the other day after day, to the point where I couldn't spare a second to hold a grudge against Arundel. I didn't have the energy to go to the doctors. and whatever time off I had was spent sleeping like a corpse. Wow. There I thought government jobs were cushy. I mean, his isn't for a completely different reason. I don't remember when it happened, but all of a sudden, I got the urge to throw my career out the window and leave everything behind. No freaking wonder. Today was the day I finally acted on the escape plan I've been ironing out. But when I went to the Blacklight District to pick up my fake passport, I sensed the CID nearby. So even regular people have sensory abilities now? While trying to hide myself, my condition worsened until I became the wreck you see now. Yeah, so it was the stress that was getting to him then. Nevertheless, I was determined to use these abandoned lines to flee the capital. They worked you wrong. I get how you'd be fed up with that. But even still, I'd say you brought it all on yourself. Exactly! Like, you can't feel bad for this guy. If he didn't turn turncoat at the first place, he wouldn't be in this position right now. Excuse me? When it comes down to it, this whole thing stems from you going turncoat on the Empire. You're lucky they didn't lock you up for treason, or worse, put you up on the execution block. Yeah, because it was a wild time to be in Erebodea, especially, so he got off really easy. Just the fact that your neck's still intact makes this the better bargain by far. But hey, what do I know, right? Either way, you're coming with us. Like I already said. Hubert? Is it the side effects again? No, the medicine we administered should still be in effect. Perhaps this is a symptom of the affliction itself. Come to think of it, Isabel never told us what he's actually suffering from. Hubert, can you tell us the name of your condition? Oh, how do you expect me to know? What does it even matter? The time is up anyway. This isn't your run-of-the-mill sickness. Not when the pain's this excruciating. Death is coming for me. I can already see the light. No, you can't give up now! It may not help much, but I can perform some recovery arts on you. Oh, now we're doing that? It's so nebulous how HP recovery really works in these types of situations. Don't bother. Honestly, I've been thinking. Even if I do make a life as a fugitive, I won't have long to enjoy it. Everybody's gonna be sending people after him, yeah. The way I see it, this is my punishment for the web of lies I've been weaving. But you know what? That's okay. I gave it all I had and got as far as I could. Together! You aren't beyond saving just yet. Come on, guys. Let's just haul him over to Isabel. Well, that is what we were hired to do. He sounds pretty intent on dying here, but it's not like we're beholden to that or anything. That's obviously the Chaos choice. The choice is yours, Van. Really? Elaine would let this guy die here if Van decided on it? I don't know. Dragging folks along by force goes against my style. Looks like I'm gonna have to say something to make him change his mind. Okay, cool. From what he's told us, this guy's got ambition in spades. I could try to goad him on that and stoke his will to live. On the other hand, even if he's already chosen death, maybe I can convince him to reconsider things objectively. Probably should have checked where we were at on the scale. I think we still need more law? Yeah, I'll go with this plan. So, you ain't coming with us to the clinic and that's that. What would you rather us do then? Just leave me here. I don't need some Spriggan and his posse of strangers watching me breathe my last. Besides, there's no sense putting this on your conscience when you don't have to. Fair enough. Personally, I'd be fine, but seeing you croak in person would really haunt some of these kids. Hubert, if you've got the energy to worry for us, you should spend it thinking this through with a cool head. I'll be blunt. If someone from the CID really is after you, they'll be here before long. Right, you're not gonna get the peaceful death you think you are. If we're not the ones who drag you back, they certainly will. They won't even hear you out. Let's say you're still alive by then. The next thing they do is take you to a hospital. After that, if your sickness wins out anyway, the CID gets to use your death to their advantage. But if you survive, you'll be back on the job soon enough. This time with handlers to make sure he doesn't get another free moment to pull another stunt like this. And now that they know how volatile you are, they'll probably send you right into the line of fire as a sacrificial pawn. Not even the CID would go that far. Wait, Katra? Play good cop? We don't need a good cop right now. On second thought, I take that back. Oh! He had the vision. Dangle that tiny bit of hope and snatch it away. I like how you operate. They don't call him the spectacled sadist for nothing. But even if I go with you, I could sense the CID's presence in the Blacklight District too. Until you make it to the clinic, we'll pull as many fast ones on those guys as it takes. Isabel won't sell you out to him either. Not before you've recovered, anyway. She'll see your treatment through to the end. The pride as a back alley doctor demands it. So, let me ask you again. Are you sure you want us to leave you behind? Ugh. Fine. Take me wherever you please. You practically had to pry the words out of your mouth. Us handle it from here. That one could have gone either way. Nicely played, Van. Well, Van has always been a smooth operator. Well done bringing him back. You make it look so easy. I wish. That wound up being way more of a hassle than we bargained for. Did it now? I already had the impression he was tougher than most, the way he scurried off his sickbed. I can't take it any longer. You're in critical condition, all right. Hey, what are you snickering about? Someone's life is on the line here. Is Hubert going to be okay, Isabel? If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. I get that you kids have moral compasses for hearts, but I'd advise against playing nurse here. The treatment process will be a bit difficult to watch. Better to spare your eyes as well as his dignity. I have a feeling suppositories are in this guy's future. Out of curiosity, what exactly is he suffering from? He's just stressed, probably. Oh, did I never tell you? It's a urinary calculus. What is that? Pardon? You mean, like, math? Not quite. In medical terms, calculi are stone-like crystals that form internally due to extreme stress or an irregular lifestyle. He's got a bladder stone? A gallstone? In most cases, they're found in the kidney or bladder and block the urethra, affecting the bladder and stomach for spreading all throughout. He's just got gallstones? Okay, I've never had one, but I have heard that pain is no freaking joke, especially because the safest way and cheapest way, God bless America, the safest and cheapest way to handle things is to just pass them, which is, I was just glad I've never had one after I heard about that. Patient is then struck with enough pain to make death a mercy. They're in perfect health once the stones were expelled from their body, though. Mind summing that up for us? Simply put, it's not an untreatable disease. Most cases can be cured without surgery. Yeah, that's taking the really hard road, though. Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess it's better than being in mortal danger, but still. My expectations do feel a little betrayed. Yes, the pain definitely tracks, again, from what I've heard, but the severity, definitely not what we were thinking it was. Thought this dude had some sort of spiritual illness or something almost. Say it like it is. We got played. Now. To be fair, everything she said from the get-go implied that medication was all he needed. And she said it was a very, very low chance he would die from it. Like, not impossible, but it existed. You should have spoken up the moment you realized that. No, there has to be some mistake. It feels like I have a full set of knives filleting me from the inside. Pain depends on the size of the stone. In your case, it's decently large at about 0.4 reach. Don't worry, I'll give you a shot to ease your suffering. She's about to shoot him up with that morphine. Bro won't feel a thing, though it'll still be quite intense until the stone passes. You're just going to have to buck up and keep yourself hydrated. It seems like such a realistic thing. It is a realistic thing to suffer from. It's so, like, the way Daybreak pivots from, like, regular stuff, and not like saving a cat out of a tree sort of thing, the stuff you only see on TV. Like, this is something that a whole lot of people suffer from. Again, not me, though. Not me. So all I can do is power through? Doctor's orders, I suppose. This is all so draining. But look at the bright side! Now you're on the road to recovery! And with that, the request is successfully completed. Though for Mr. Hubert, the issue of the CID yet remains. Oh, right! Yeah, this guy is still in a lot of hot freaking water. Hate to leave it hanging, but this is the part where we pull out. We won't go out of our way to blab to the CID about you. But if push comes to shove, we've got no reason to keep our lips shut. You did say you were a neutral party. I'd still be a little bit miffed if I were Hubert. But did all that talking to keep me... Wait, so he wasn't actually... I mean... No, if he'd stayed there, especially if he just had a gallstone, a bladder stone, a gallstone bladder? So, like, those three words go together in some... go together in a right order. I just can't think of what it is. A gallstone? I keep defaulting to gallstone bladder, but that's clearly not it. But we would have still, if we had left him there, yeah, the CID would have just rolled up and taken him to a hospital. About that, oh, I think I skipped what Elaine said. You telling me off gave me a lot to chew on. I'd rather keep my distance from the CID until the stone passes, but afterwards, I think I'll go back to them. And maybe just have them be a regular employee? Is that so? Until just a bit ago, it was my ambition to sit at the heart of a great nation, with status in one hand and power in the other. But as much as I hate to admit it, I was fighting a losing battle. You're not a main character, Hubert! You finally accepted that! Arundel and I are nothing alike. The same can be said for me and Kincaid, yet. So I've decided to give up on trying to outdo them. I see. Still, I've built up a career that spans the fields of espionage in 2 entire countries. Who else but me can say that? I mean, we actually don't play as spies, but you know what? We're not going to take this win away from Hubert. Keeping on as a quadruple agent is going to be backbreaking work. But even if I can't be number 1, I've learned to appreciate the status and power that suits my station. I don't know. It's funny how much a small shift in perspective can do to lift the weight from your shoulders. Well, I guess not everybody wants to rule the world, and Hubert finally discovered that he is one of those people. Sounds like you've learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes you have to know when to call it quits. That's as much of an answer as any. Well, here's hoping everything works out. Whatever your 5-year plan is, I can't wait until after we take care of that stone. Let's get some painkillers in you before the next wave hits. Go on, head inside. Right away, Doctor. I guess this is goodbye then. Thanks for everything, truly. I'll transfer you your payment like always. Appreciate it. Get well soon, Hubert.
All in a day's work.
That's all it was?
Reward deposited.
A gallbladder stone doesn't seem right either. There it is, yep. Now we just need to be more chaotic. Only a little more. Oh, never mind. Golden. Mayor Law. Mayor Chaos. Quite intriguing. But, definitely... all that. Give me one moment, guys. Oh, submerged terrace alternate. This is different. Oh, these are the things that we took on during Pandemonium.
Watch out. You're up against a large group.
Yeah. But it's not us who needs to watch out. Once I actually get this set.
We should go on the attack.
And have that. Crap. Alright. There we go. Let's get it.
I suggest we strike now.
We've got a 0 arts. So I think a chrono drive is in order.
Chance.
And he can immediately go again, so we'll use this that I just made to pump up Shizuna's damage.
Appreciate that.
Show me what you got.
Engaging skill.
Alright. Yeah, that hurt. We don't have
Some elements look effective.
I like where this is
Cataract Wave and Aerial Dust, Hydro Cannon. You'd think something called Hydro Cannon would be pretty strong, but that's not the case. What's Sword Ortis?
Engaging
Yeah.
skill.
Sword?
Chance.
Ooh, the crit. Oh, not really much we can do here.
Brace yourself.
Sure. One Heavenly Halter.
Certain arts will work better. Brace yourself.
Doesn't
Something's
that-
coming. Attack their
Is it?
weakness with an art.
No. Oh well, F it. Got them up out of here. Jabberwock arm.
Let's go.
Still nothing we can't
Initiating
handle. Oh, whoops.
Reset.
Was this thing weak to critical obstacle?
Here's my chance.
I wonder. I actually didn't bother to. Oh, she needs to. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Does she have? She does not have Refreshing Veil. Seems like an oversight on my part. We should have an S tablet.
Don't hold anything back.
Yeah. Will S tablet
Pull out all the stuff.
you? And then somebody is going to. He's got Refreshing Veil.
All good?
The only thing we were really worried about.
Appreciate that. Taking point.
Does nobody in this team? Okay, we're gonna have to crit up because nobody in this friggin' team. Wow.
Now's a great time. Engaging
All right, well that's on me though. That nobody has Forte or La Forte or anything like that. We also have no crafts that can pump up our damage. I don't think.
I'll aid you.
All right,
Here goes.
looks pretty good to me.
Use a shark to get the upper hand. That's it.
If we hadn't Sword Ortis, we probably would have been able to
boost gauge.
drop an
upgrade.
S craft with her as well. Yeah, okay, well she's just stuck back there. Nothing we can do about that.
It's okay.
And can we?
Engaging
I don't
skill.
want to have to, like, I really don't want to have Reset use hers. Critical obstacle again. Ooh.
You'll pay for that.
Give them your all.
Does anybody? She's still stat downed.
Focus unleashed.
But she is not. There we go.
Boost gauge
You're next,
upgraded.
Shizuna.
Celestial. Yeah. We just need the HP. That's really it.
That's it.
We've just about got this in the bag.
Let's go.
All right.
Engaging skill.
So she's super carried.
Boost gauge
Show them your
upgraded.
step, Elaine.
Sure, why not? Style on this guy a little bit.
Keep it up. Under.
Well, that's that. A good amount of XP as well. Divine Phoenix.
That's all, folks. Reward deposited.
Well, easy enough done. So we can go ahead and continue on with our investigation proper on Station Street.
Well then, shall we?
Is there stuff to buy? There is... Okay, so let's check this out. See what's going on here first. Wait, should we? We should also eat that thing, yeah. Nobody needs it, but
That was satisfying.
the arts defense, always nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Welcome. Thank
Verdant
you for
star
coming.
earrings. Ooh.
Please stop by again.
Confirming your schedule.
Whoa! Gem cards. A mysterious card capable of deepening the bond between allies. Wait. I don't feel like I've been
Thank you very much.
I don't think I've been purchasing
Wow,
these.
thank you so much.
Tartan handkerchief.
Gotta treat myself every now and
20.
then.
Maybe
Gotta
I
treat
have,
myself every now and then.
Thank
maybe
you.
I have been purchasing them and just not keeping track.
Thank you.
What?
Thanks.
Speed and agility. I get
I'll
2
take care of
each?
I'll take that.
All right.
What?
No, I
It's
definitely
nice.
haven't been purchasing these.
Thank you
We
very
just got
much.
2 for everybody
I'll take very good care
out
of
of
it.
nowhere?
Thank you.
Like, I'm not going to
Thank
look
you.
a gift horse in the mouth, but this is extremely
Don't mind
random.
if I do. Thanks.
Why did they give us 2 to give us 20
you very
points
much.
instead of just giving us 1 worth 40?
Thank you very much. My.
Falcom, okay.
Thoughtful.
There's once upon a time where I might have assumed that Falcom
Right.
was trying to pull a
Thoughtful.
fast one with these.
Well,
Like, not
if
using
you
the gem
insist.
cards would be some type of
Well,
a boon or
insist.
something.
I'll
But
take that off your hands.
those are back in the days where I was
have my
very
thanks.
new to this series.
Oh.
Falcom is...
Well, aren't
Oh.
you considerate? Oh. Well, aren't you considerate?
I mean, we don't
Here I thought you
have
had
anything
poor
else to
taste.
use them for.
Here I thought you had poor taste.
On the roof of this building, you
Interesting.
will find a rest area surrounded by greenery.
Very well.
But alright.
With pleasure.
Very well.
And we've got Orbital Cafe Iota. They must have another Orbital driver, Orbital Arts driver or something like that, because we've visited 3 places where we could get Orbital stuff.
What would you like?
No, Chat Noir headphones.
Please stop by again
Never
sometime.
mind.
What's next?
My. How thoughtful.
50. Alright, well, I'm sure there's some significance to getting 2 gem cards instead of just 1, but whatever, we're done with that now. I haven't seen that guy's mug in a while. Not that I'm complaining. The less of his anti-immigration activism, the better. Still, I do wonder about him. Must be a real piece of work. You on the lookout for someone? Maybe we can give you a hand. No need to concern yourselves. I wouldn't exactly call it a problem, anyhow. See, this anti-immigration protester who often comes to demonstrate here hasn't been around lately. Tell us more about this protester. The man's name is Jacobin. He's a wily sort, the kind who will leap at the chance to shove his radical rhetoric down your throat. We've cracked down on it time and again, but it never did much to discourage him. But now he isn't showing up at all. You don't suppose that means he's finally had a change of heart? No, probably means he's gone to ground to plan for something bigger, better, badder. Well, whatever the case, just take care not to get suckered in by any screwball solicitors. Jacobin. He was the one who wrote that threatening letter in Erasion. I guess there were a lot of threatening letters flinging about the place. And apparently, he went back to his old ways without missing a beat right after. The guy's anti-immigration sentiments ran deep. If he's gone cold turkey, that raises a few eyebrows. Maybe he just changed locations? That seems a lot likelier. Could be. We'll keep an eye out. So with that... Last up is the Tyrell
Time to
District.
depart.
They should have a lot of good stuff here. Okay, well, one new good stuff. Oh, before I forget, go ahead and take ourselves a little pit stop. See what's playing on the silver screen, or the big screen rather. My Casablanca, the saga of Ravana, the return of the king. Let's do My Casablanca. We're gonna wait. We can't pick from everybody. I guess they didn't want to write reactions for quite literally every single person. So we'll do Elaine and Fairy. Yeah. Van decided to let everyone loose so we could watch a movie during his work break. After inviting some company to tag along with him, they made their way to the theater. My Casablanca, huh? Nobody in the audience that we recognize. Helena, a third year at a prestigious all-girls school and head of its library committee, does not get along with her first-year subordinate, Sherry. Being an austere young lady of high birth, she has exceptionally little tolerance for Sherry's childish, impish behavior. One day, Helena finds an exchange diary in the library, its author desiring a pen pal. Oh, I already see where this is going. But in case you can't immediately tell, we'll see. We'll wait for the story to tell us. Intrigued, she writes a response under a pseudonym. Adopting the guise of a kind, caring upperclassman, Helena continues the correspondence and a relationship with her pen pal deepens. Eventually, as their exchanges become more personal in nature, Helena comes to realize her secret recipient may in fact be Sherry. Oh, I thought that was going to be a lot more dramatic. I thought that reveal was going to be a lot more dramatic than it ended up being. As time passes, Helena notices gradual shifts in Sherry's disposition, with her looking more downcast by the day. While she could find nary a trace of melancholy within her notes, Helena's worries festered all the same, leading her to confront Sherry directly. Although initially hesitant, Sherry confesses that she's fallen in love with a classmate she had been exchanging notes with. Oh, it's that sort of drama. Well, alright then. In that moment, Helena felt a tinge of joy, but she is taken aback. Her last failed relationship with a girl is still fresh on her mind. Oh, well geez, alright then. Out of a desire to protect her from that same pain, Helena tries to convince Sherry to cut off her feelings for her alter ego.
You're merely playing a game of make-believe. I assure you, it won't last. These kinds of fickle relationships are all too common here.
Is that Nina?
Besides, you've heard that people who engage in that sort of thing often become an object of idle gossip and ridicule, yes?
Guess that...
I understand that. It's just...
Oh, don't tell me you actually believe that pen pal of yours is your dream soulmate. How juvenile. Flights of romantic fancy are all well and good, but I think it's about time you grew up, Sherry.
That's harsh.
I get it now. This is your way of being kind, isn't it? You're denying my feelings so I won't get hurt.
Sherry knows?
What are you saying? Did you not listen to a single word I said?
I did a lot of thinking about who this girl could be. I wondered, who is this person that's comforting me with all these kind words? And then, I saw you. I saw you put the diary back in its hiding place.
Oh.
You saw that?
That's why she was downcast.
But the person you developed feelings for is nothing more than a fabrication. They aren't the rigid girl you see before you.
That's not true. The girl I see in front of me is shy, and she hides her kindness behind a thin veil of austerity. If I were to put my feelings into words, how would I write them? Maybe you can teach me, Helena.
She's got some moves!
We don't need to write them down, Sherry. Because they're already engraved in our hearts.
The other thing was a little smoother, but actually a lot of smoother. But alright. Calvert. Fun place. But I guess that's why she was a third year. How old? I thought Nina was like 20. Okay, I didn't think it was going to be that kind of teen drama, especially not that kind of teen drama. Barry's like, what did I just witness? Despite the fact that Barry is old enough, because the uniforms look to be Saint Estrella girls' school style. So maybe they got that aesthetic from them? Shoot, was it hard for you to understand this one? I was kind of worried about that when I brought you along. No, I understood it just fine. I was just a little surprised, that's all. I haven't experienced being attracted to another girl before. Oh, is that? That's what she was? Okay, well, we can't always grasp things that we don't personally relate to or have an experience for ourselves. There are even people out there who struggle to understand themselves. When I was little, Abba used to tell me, if you don't know or understand something, it's important that you try and learn more about it. I want to learn more about all kinds of different people. If everyone did that, we'd all be able to get along better. She ain't wrong. As I understand it, Casablanca, in the language of flowers, means noble, genuine, and great love. Oh, I was, okay, because my thinking was that, okay, well, I guess the real life thing might be a reference to a flower as well, I guess. I don't know, I've never seen it. I don't really think about Casablanca. How fitting. It's like the flower was meant for Helena and Sherry. Easy to see why they put it in the title. I can understand why they use them in wedding bouquets, and why people love to receive them as gifts. Just remember that the color can change the flower's meaning. Do keep that in mind if you ever plan on gifting them to anyone. She's like, don't F it up, Van. Yeah, will do. How was she expecting me to respond here? Yeah, let's go ahead and commemorate this. Having finished their break. Okay, I guess in universe, there are characters who would take one look at my Casablanca and be like, nah, I'm good on that. Could you? But I am super curious what Aaron would say. Dang. Now I wish I'd remembered to do this previously so we could watch the, so we could have seen both of them.
Look at those clothes.
My Casablanca, really interesting.
What would you like?
I definitely, dang, there was another one here? All right, well,
Please
that's
stop
what I
by
get, I
again
guess.
sometime.
But major props to them for the, oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Because a lot of these movies are actually extremely memorable. Now who's this? Owner Mao. Arkwright Solutions, an A-rank bracer and a divine blade. Here to sample our Eastern fare? The smell of it's so rich, it takes me right back to Longport. I can feel my mouth watering already. Yeah, well, keep a leash on it until lunchtime. We're just making the rounds on Edith's rumor mills while we work through our 4 SPGs. Oh? Well, one juicy tidbit I have is your run-in with the Liu family yesterday. You already know about that? I mean, news travels really quickly. I do, albeit only superficially. While we're on the subject, I've been wondering what became of the syndicate after the fact. The Liu family bigwigs are still somewhere in the capital. Same goes for Sao and his men. What they're up to is a mystery, but I do hear the Council of Elders will be making a big announcement soon. We can probably guess what it is. I anticipated a massive gambit from Sao, but it came a lot faster than I was thinking. Oh, okay. So obviously we're in on the ground floor, but... They're probably going to announce the fact that the Heiyue family is getting a little bit bigger. I'm of no mind to follow his example, but his cunning and audacity are to be admired. To be fair, it isn't as if this is all bad for the syndicate. Maybe not, but that doesn't mean I have to whoop it up. Well, I, for one, look forward to what the future holds for Heiyue, and by extension, the path you choose to tread. But enough about our internal affairs. I happen to have a piece of information here that might interest you. Really now, do tell. The True Grievance Brigade has resumed their operations. Oh, that does interest us very much. So it's true! We'd heard from Elaine that they were on the move. though the guild doesn't have any specifics. At any rate, their core members should all be in custody now after what happened at RMS. If that alone were enough to deter them, they would have disbanded ages ago. Yeah, those types of people tend to scurry around like friggin' rats. I don't know who's currently leading their ranks, but they seem to be more zealous than ever. And I thought cockroaches were hard to stomp out. Cockroaches, rats, same difference. Easterners like us may be on their blacklist, but I doubt they're foolhardy enough to raise a hand against Heiyue. Yeah, that seems like a surefire way to get got. So long as they don't act against us, we'll extend the same courtesy to them. The rest of you aren't off their radars either, so you may want to watch your backs. Point taken. Thank you for the warning. So that's okay. Plot's calling. Oh, someone's calling. Oh. Is he gonna, obviously Maxim's gonna invite us to the thing, now that he's showing up. Well, if it isn't the champion himself.
Hey guys, how's it hanging? It's been a while since we met face to face. You've just been counting down the days, I bet.
Sure have, Maxim. Yeah, I'm hanging up. Hold on a second. The least you can do is hear me out. Does he think something's going on? I'll just get to the point. There's something important I wanted to ask of you guys. Really now, on the same day as the big race, doesn't seem like a coincidence. You can put it that way, but I'd rather we go over the nitty-gritty in person. If now's a bad time, though, I won't push my luck. A Z1 related request, huh? Guess there's a chance it's connected to those terrorists. Because of the other guy, the other racer. Actually, I think we can work you in. Is that right? Glad to hear it. Let's meet at 10:30 then. I'll be waiting at the Orbital Cafe in front of the station. See you on the flip side. What do you think Maxim wants from us? He got all tense out of nowhere halfway through that call. Maybe there's trouble brewing over at the Grand Prix? I don't know any better than you, but whatever it is has my nose twitching. And from here, I'm gonna save just to make sure. But let's go ahead and meet up with our boy Maxim. Should we cut things short here and meet up with Maxim? Yeah. For now, we did everything else, so March 21st, 10:30 a.m. Oh!
Hey, there you guys are.
Renee is here.
And not a moment too soon. I believe it's been a month since we've seen one another, Van. Apart from in the garden, that is.
They've been definitely keeping him from us. Has it been that long already? Doesn't feel like it, the way you've been helping my assistants. Gonna take a wild stab, though, and say you ain't here just to catch up. I'll explain that and more to you in a bit. But first, sit down and take a load off. Thank you for placing an order for us, though I do feel a bit guilty letting you pay. He's richer than everybody here, except maybe save Renee. I'm sure his job is extremely well paying. Yeah, no need to put yourself out on our account. Just think of it as a reward for all the times you were there for me. Don't mind if I do then. So, let's start with what Renee's doing here. Not that I don't already have an idea. Right, I won't beat around the bush. Long story short, today's Grand Prix is being targeted by anti-immigration terrorists. They hate the other guy they hate the other guy that freaking much, I guess. For real? Wait, am I the only one who's surprised by that? Well, all the signs so far were sort of pointing to it. I had no indication it would, like, up until Maxim came onto the screen. First off, we came in knowing that leftover anti-immigration terrorists were still kicking around. Then we've got the Z1 Grand Prix Finals, which immigrants are going to turn up in droves to see. Right, we did get that information from the temple. Add to that the involvement of a CID analyst, and the rest is self-explanatory. I see what you mean now. Plus, one of the favorites in today's race is Aslan, who comes from the Central East. It only makes sense that the terrorists would have their sights set on him. You're absolutely correct. Even despite the existence of Red Star, racers in the past were exclusively of white descent. It's always, it never ceases to surprise me when they just straight up point out that people in this world are just white. But in recent years, the number of Eastern and Central Eastern racers has grown to the point where they're no longer an exception. Among them, a star of hope for the Central Easterners was born in the form of Aslan. Jeez, Renee's talking about this guy like he's the second coming, alright. Nowadays, there are quite a few people who view the Z1 races as a symbol of ethnic integration. I can definitely feel it going in that direction. But of course, anti-immigration terrorists wouldn't take much of fancy to that. So they've demanded that the race's organizers call off the Z1 Grand Prix altogether. That's crazy. Imagine threatening to bomb the Super Bowl because you don't like that it's mixed. You know what? Given the history of those organizations, yeah, jokers are definitely getting down like that back in the past. And by they, I mean the True Grievance Brigade. From what I hear, they also demanded that the police release their fellow members who were caught hiding in Aramis. I see. So their remnants really are still active. It's just as we suspected. They'll stop at nothing to achieve their goals. But of course, you won't give in to their demands, right? That goes without saying. The Grand Prix organizers haven't even considered suspending the event. Exactly, because if you capitulate now, it'll just embolden them. And naturally, the CID plans to do everything in its power to address the situation. To start, we'll be establishing a strict watch in and around the circuit venue as a precautionary measure. However, these radicals have little left to lose. The more we tighten the screws, the likelier it is that they'll involve innocent people. And that's where we come in. You certainly can't be too careful given the decent number of members reported to be at large. So, as a bit of added insurance, you want to enlist the aid of Arkwright Solutions. Which at this particular moment means you get Elaine as part of the package. So, is the Dream Triple Team gonna reassemble? Classic Renee. The Pampered Prince never misses a trick. Enough with the Pampered Prince bit, and it's Mr. Kincaid to you. But yes, as you've surmised, the CID would like to once again issue an official 4SPG. Your task is to flush out and apprehend the terrorists. Your assigned area will be the Speedway's interior. Oh, that's new! In the meantime, my men and I will handle the perimeter. Ugh, Falcom, let Renee hang out with us! Sounds like a plan. By the way, I'll be acting as a liaison between you and event management. So if there's anything you need to pass on, just give me a call. Just make sure that Mira comes through after we save everything. Understood. Right then, I'd better head out. Got a few things to take care of before the race. Sure thing. Catch you later. The True Grievance Brigade. It didn't seem as if they were tied to any other forces back at Aramis either. But there's a definite chance that someone will capitalize on their schemes, just like before. Hey, as long as they put up a decent fight. Speak for yourself. I'd rather they call it quits. Anyway, let's scarf down some lunch and get to investigating. March 21st, 11:32 a.m. Capital of Calvert, Edith, 12th District, Grand Circuit. It stopped snowing. So it has, though it's still a little overcast. The Grand Circuit, Edith's 12th District, an entire district dedicated to this. That actually is also kind of insane. Imagine a whole entire city for a stadium. Well, I guess Edith is the city. A whole entire neighborhood dedicated to a stadium is still just as insane. I think districts are bigger than, you know what? Let's move on. I remember looking around here with Van during the Revolution Festival. Did we? What is she talking about? This must have been, because we never, the first time we came here was at the start of this game. This must be something supplementary that I never saw. Yeah, you were sightseeing like no one's business. Oh, no! Right, it was during that montage where we were taking pictures, I guess. This is my first time in the area. Wait, what's that? Ah, you mean the Ferris wheel. It's an attraction in which one rides a gondola attached to a rotating rim, allowing them to take in the surrounding views. Cool! Is it like taking the Aerotram in Basel? It doesn't feel quite the same, but there's definitely a resemblance visually. You may not know it but this place also has one of the most up-to-date bouldering facilities out there. Yes, this looks insanely dangerous. There are some who make a hobby of scaling natural rock formations with just their bare hands, and we are not one of them. Bouldering imitates that in a safe environment for people to enjoy, right? Someone's been reading up. I tried it out on one of my days off, and let me tell you, it really gets your blood pumping. Oh yeah? Color me intrigued. Unlike the Ferris wheel, this is the kind of thing you can have fun with solo. I get where y'all are coming from, but now ain't the time to be fooling around. Come on, let's go check the perimeter before we head into the speedway. Is there going to be anything new here?
Beer garden is awfully crowded today.
It sure is. Wait, isn't that...
Isn't that what?
Hello.
Shino's Gelato.
Thank you.
Isn't that what? Who's here? Ooh, Golden Hour is here.
My stuff can't be beat.
Thank you for that. Some Maracion Ale. Oh, wow, check it out.
Oh, hello, everyone.
So you guys decided to come too, huh?
On business, but yeah. Forget that. What are you doing here, Grammy?
I'll have you know, Victor and I go way back.
Really now? What's that story all about?
He used to work at one of my go-to restaurants during my glory days.
Does Victor know?
At one point, Dominique took a real fancy to my cooking. Ever since, she's been giving me pointers in just about everything. I wouldn't have been able to get Mamar up and running without her support.
Oh, well that's awesome. Gentlewoman thief at your service. You don't say. Never would have guessed you two had a history. All old people know each other. Don't you know that, Van? It's definitely a shocker. But that's not what I meant. What are you doing here at the Grand Circuit? Or do I even need to ask, was her expertise requested as well? Come to think of it, I recall hearing that you've offered advice to professional athletes before. Does that mean you're here to coach the Z1 racers?
Only the ones on the younger side. Though I've also been putting in my 2 mirror on how they're running this whole affair.
Jeez. Judith and Van sure weren't exaggerating about her. She's a granny of all trades if I ever saw one. And yet, she rarely ventures into the public eye. I see now why the rumors refer to her as a legend. Bet she can hold up in a scuffle, too. Dames like her must be 1 in a million. Alright, enough feeding her ego. What I want to know is, where'd Yooms get off to? She's probably off with Maxim. Oh, that's right. I don't see her around.
She and Maxim made a promise to ride the Ferris wheel together.
Aww.
They should be back before long, though.
A playdate, huh? Those two are pretty chummy now. Nothing to worry about then, right? Save for the potential terrorist situation. Let's check around the Ferris wheel just in case. Anything to keep you
Ooh, a Ferris wheel. I'm getting the urge to climb all the way to the top of it.
Please don't.
What kind of crazy-ass urge is that? And don't even think about trying it. You hear me?
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. So this is the Ferris wheel. It makes you feel so short from up close. I don't know, it gives me awful vertigo. Not my type of scene.
That was so much fun!
Yume liked it though, and that's all that matters.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, it's Van and his friends!
Sure is.
Hey all, how's the operation going?
Smoothly, with us in charge.
Operation?
Don't you worry about it, Yume. Though one day, you will also be a Spriggan. That would be cool. Her and, wait. What's her name? I've forgotten her name. Arios' daughter. I keep thinking Shizuna, and I'm like, I think their names are similar, but I don't think... It's been a while, but yeah. You can relax. We'll get the job done. So, Yume, how was riding the Ferris wheel with Maxim? Or Arios' daughter will be a bracer.
I could see the whole circuit from the tippy top.
Wow, that must be the best seat in the house.
Yeah. Too bad we couldn't stay on it longer.
Yeah, Maxim's got a prior engagement.
Oh, well, you know what they say. Time flies when you're having fun. Tell you what, if we get another chance, I'll go around 3 more times with you.
Excellent.
Really? Cross your heart?
Cross my heart. I'll make sure Yume here gets back to Paulette safe and sound. Oh, and before I forget, I've already arranged to get you guys into the Speedway.
W Maxim.
Just give your names at the ticket counter and they'll let you through. Best of luck out there.
For sure. Thanks.
Bye, Van! Bye, everyone!
I respect the fact that he's making the most of this second chance. Looks like Maxim is headed straight for the racetrack himself. Is something bothering you, Van? Nah, it's nothing. We're gonna want to follow his lead soon. Is something weird?
Alrighty then. Let me figure out how much I want to bet, and...
Aaron, no betting and no getting drunk either.
I wasn't gonna... Hey, come on, chill. It was just a joke.
Right.
Was it, though? Was it really?
At any rate, we're here strictly on business. Do try to contain yourself.
Man, it must be tough having so many little siblings. Should we give our names at the counter and head into the Speedway? Though having such a troublesome older sibling is always a problem as well. Yeah, let's talk to the receptionist. Are you looking to purchase a ticket? Unless you have a reservation, I'm afraid it's standing room only. The name's Van Arkwright. Maxim Lugan should have something set up for us. Oh, so you're friends of Mr. Lugan. My apologies. Mr. Van Arkwright, was it? Yes, I have you right here. That'll be 9 event passes for you. Go right ahead and enter the venue. Got it. The VIP treatment isn't so bad. Oh, March 21st, 12:03 p.m. It took us 90 minutes to get through all that? It's a little past noon and the race is scheduled to start at 2 p.m. sharp. Couldn't ask for better driving weather either. Yes, it feels great outside and the sky is clearing up nicely. On the other hand, the stands are already filling in, even with 2 hours to go. You gotta get a good spot. Well, she said it's standing room only, so all of these people were, it's only Johnny-come-latelys who have to stand around. Just goes to show how much they're chomping at the bit. Champing at the bit? I've never heard it phrased that way. This is, after all, the Grand Prix annual finals. The crowd's fervor is almost palpable. How do we plan on finding those bozos then? Don't tell me you plan on grilling the audience one seat at a time. Even with so many people here, doing that would only draw unwanted attention to us. Incidentally, Renee gave you some sort of data before we parted. What was it? Just a little trick to help us zero in on the enemy. Something we can use our shard search on, no doubt. The terrorists' weaponry of choice are specially designed to bypass standard metal detectors. Naturally, as luck would have it, we managed to get our hands on a similar model from the Blacklight District. So the CID, the most official of aficionados, just go into the Blacklight District at their leisure. But they did talk about the fact that the president knows of the Blacklight District's operations and clandestinely signs off on its existence, pretty much. If you install this data and perform a shard search, it should be able to identify them. Best of luck. Wow, the CID thinks of everything. I'd call it over-preparing, but if it saves us some hassle, then we might as well roll with it. I'll forward the data to you guys. That way, we can split up and cover as much ground as possible. Our first order of business will be to pinpoint any terrorists hiding at the Speedway. Then, we surround them, close in, and corral the whole group at once. Simple as that. There's just one thing. I want Rosette to act as our operator. If anyone's gonna be good at mission control, it's her. She was doing that before she joined up. That means compiling everybody's findings and passing along my instructions when needed. As you wish. Good. Now let's get this done. Alright, we're all fanned out. Time for me to start moving too.
Okay, the Zyphas are all set up. Now we just need to do a shard search. We've got to catch these terrorists so we can keep Yume and the others safe.
What is this? Okay, I was like, is this above or below us or something? Listen, Carlos, you're the only one we can turn to for this. If you say no, we'll have to forfeit our slot. Give me a break. I retired a decade ago. My foot hasn't even healed all the way. The world of Z1 is no Sunday drive, you know? I won't argue that point, but still. Carlos. That's the guy who used to race for Lino way back when. He seems to be deep in conversation with one of their reps. Nothing's popping up on the search though, so I doubt they're with the terrorists. No sense poking into their business. Guess I'll go sweep the stands again. I don't know.
I'm getting a reading. You should investigate the area. Attention, today's main race.
We gotta hurry.
Okay. I didn't realize it, well, I guess we can't normally just walk in here, but... She's getting a reading.
Which team is gonna bring home the gold?
This whole place is lit up, though. This guy! We got our mark. Get the F out of here. I'm getting a hit from that guy. No two ways about it. Doesn't seem like he's part of a group, though. I'll just stand by and keep an eye on him until Rosette calls. Somebody found something? The rest of the team have completed their investigations. Ultimately, the only positive search result was the man you came across. Yeah, I just checked with Renee. He said the others might be outside the arena, so they've got a singular point man then. If not, then chances are that they're hiding somewhere on the racetrack. I'm not very familiar with racetracks. The last time we were on one in any real capacity was a giant fighting tournament back in Reverie. But anyway, I'm gonna move in on this one. Can you relay the plan to everyone else? Certainly. Excuse me, you got a second? Need something? Let's just say you've been selected for a stop and search. Mind telling me about what you're concealing there? How could you possibly? And in case you get any funny ideas, we already have you surrounded. Surrender quietly! I didn't realize I'd drawn so much attention. So be it. Bro's gonna try to set off the bomb? Trying to make a suicide run? Not on my watch. Big talk for a little lady. So why does she make my spine chill? Bah, forget it! Sorry, but this road's closed. Give yourself up without a fuss, and you may still get off with a minimal sentence. Beauty's blade, too! Guess escape's no longer an option. In that case... Oh, okay, I thought he... Okay, I thought... I thought this man was about to... Comrades, to arms! Oh, they've got Hercules tech. So his playmates were hiding under shark camouflage. He wasn't just running around randomly. Nothing we weren't expecting. How are you holding up, Elaine? Perfectly fine, thank you. I think we can all agree that the odds are stacked against you. Even then, you're still gonna pick a fight? Don't take us lightly. We are the true grievance brigade, the leaders Calvert needs most. Now then, now that our sponsors have dropped us, our backs are against the wall. A shame we couldn't drag those blasted immigrants into this. Yeah, you tried. We'll just have to settle for taking you down with us instead. Like, this doesn't really make much sense to me. You know, like, okay, he did say that they were freaking desperate. But like, you know Beauty's Blade by reputation. Imagine thinking, imagine meeting him on the street and thinking you're gonna fist fight Mike Tyson when you're just some guy.
You blind fools.
Engaging skill.
Especially Prime Tyson? But oh well. They aren't the first guys to be cursed with insane hubris.
No, you won't.
So one hit here. We actually needed Van to get hit.
Way to fire me up.
What do you got? Duality? Sure thing. Everybody gets some. And almost one and done them all.
No, you won't.
Alright, that's it. You're freaking done. Four guys really thought that they were going to be able to bring this whole operation to its knees. We're done for. Long live the Republic. You're down for the count. I could have gone for more of a challenge, to be honest. Right. They're not even going to bust out some sort of secret weapon? The Genesis still hasn't reacted so far. Does that mean there's no corrosion going on? No, these guys are just like that. It's difficult to say. This may not have been all of their surviving members. Right, we can't afford to drop our guards. For now, let's go hand these guys over to Renee. Yeah. At the same time, the CID apprehended a separate unit of the True Grievance Brigade. Oh, okay. When combined with the ones Van's team had captured, all remnants of the group were accounted for and in custody. Thus did the brigade's plans to interfere with the Z1 Grand Prix and negotiate the release of their comrades skid to a halt. Yeah, I see what they did there. And everybody else got a nice pre-race show. March 21st, 1:05 p.m. Well, that takes care of the terrorists, but it doesn't account for that conversation that we heard with Carlos. So, now what? Do we keep up the investigation here or move somewhere else entirely? Good question. I'm still getting a whiff of something suspicious. There it is. The Genesis! It's reacting. So we're on the right track? At the very least, we need to stay sharp until the race is over and done with. Shall we take another turn through the stands and garages? Yeah, and anywhere else we can think of while we're at it. Poking around blindly irks me a bit, but I suppose it's the best we can do right now. Alright, Maxim. We've beaten him every single time we raced him, March 21st, 2 p.m. Having flushed out the terrorists, Van and company continued their investigation with a wary eye. Right. And the cars are off! I'm I'm curious. With no suspicious activity to be found, the Z1 Grand Prix went on as scheduled. As the group remained vigilant, the race plowed ahead with a number of dramatic developments along the way. In the end, it was a showdown between Maxim and Aslan in a fierce and fervent bid for first place. While keeping in touch with the CID, Van and the others elected to watch the deciding moment from the stands. And long last, the race entered its final leg. Same day, 3:57 p.m.
And we're down to the final lap. Who will bring home the glory? The Red Comet or our new rising star?
Dude, that was crazy!
It all comes down to this.
We're just watching? Okay, well, I guess there's only so much patrolling you can do before you're fairly comfortable that you're good to go.
We'll know the winner soon enough.
Will Maxim hold on to his lead, or will Aslan pull out in front?
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Who knew a bunch of guys driving in circles could hook you in like this?
I find myself unable to tear my eyes away.
Same here. Even I'm starting to feel anxious.
In all my years of watching the Z1, I can't remember the last time things were this hotly contested.
All right, so they both really are top contenders then.
That's saying something coming from you. This is a dead heat for the history books.
You can do it, Maxim.
Just one more push. The finish line is right in your reach.
If he clinches this, he'll have a four-peat. Not that that means I'll forgive him.
Yeah, he would, of course, still have a ways to go.
Ooh, a last-minute maneuver.
She could tell that just from his eyes? Whoa! That seems like the kind of thing you'd get disqualified for.
Talk about a photo finish.
It seems like if it goes... Wait, what? Whoa! Okay, and that's exactly why... Oh, that's game over. Oh, wow! For everybody... Whoa! I thought something was gonna... Okay.
Maxim?
Good. Goddess.
Okay, I thought something was going to happen, but to like Yume, Maxim counts for the flashback. So, an explosion kills both Maxim and Aslan. But, so the way that the guys were talking, it made it seem like they were gonna put Carlos on the streets. Did they rig them to explode? Or did they try to bribe Aslan? It doesn't seem to really... There's no reason he would go for that, especially if he was just good enough to win on his own, which it seems like. Well, that takes care of the terrorists. So now what? Do we keep up the investigation here? There it is. This feeling. Haphazardly investigate. Y'all remember what just happened? The explosion, I mean. We've gone through another rewind. I can sense it. Yes, it was right after we turned the terrorists over to Renee. But more to the point, we can't let that tragedy play out again. No shit. Let's pull ourselves together and get to it. In order to do so, we need to get a firm grasp on what actually happened. An explosion of that scale couldn't have been just a simple crash. I'm of the same mind. So Carlos tampered with the vehicles then. In all probability, one of the Z1 cars had some manner of explosive attached to it. No way! But who would do that? We've already caught all of the terrorists. More remnants for one. Or perhaps a more reasonable theory is that they have a collaborator. From my point of view, the explosion seemed to originate from Aslan's vehicle. That was the way I saw it too. About this whole rewinding business though, what a profoundly fascinating experience. I think it does make sense that Shizuna will be markedly less disoriented after something like that than everybody else. She just seems to have a lot more experience with weirdness. Still, I have a sneaking feeling that I've gone through this someplace before. Don't tell me she remembers the poison gas incident on Nemeth Island. Feels like getting tossed in a washing machine, if I'm being real. Back on topic, it's a safe bet that Aslan's car is the one carrying the explosive. And Maxim was unlucky enough to get caught up in it too. We're short on time. Let's just work with what we know and get to stepping. Yeah, let's make our way over to Ingrid's garage and get a look at his ride. We'll give Renee and Maxim a heads up so they can run interference for us. Because this seems like Ingrid, this seems like the exact kind of thing Act 3, Route B, Grand Circuit Tragedy. But yes, Ingrid allowing us to examine their prize vehicle right before a giant race, the race, we would definitely need a lot of pull for that. It seems like having Maxim put in a word for us would have the exact opposite intended effect though, because he's their biggest direct competitor. I understand the situation, but we already performed an inspection on the car before bringing it in. I'm fairly certain there are no issues to be found. Yeah, well, you shouldn't be so certain. Aslan. Dang. He should join the party too. Maybe so, but this is a request from the CID. Not to mention, Maxim is worried for us too. It'd really put me at ease if we could clear this up. Oh, he and Maxim are super friendly. Oh, that's cute. Well, if you insist, then I suppose it's fine. Not to worry. This will take no time at all. Aslan's just as good a guy as we heard, huh? Yeah. Big Burger Wasabi. Quincy. Vegas Film. Ingress. Hadid. So, we've been to Quincy. Orbital Factory Hadid is a new one. Yes, I'm glad he was willing to vouch for us. Right, that smooths over a lot of the speed bumps. That guy, that's our dude. Rodney, what are you doing here? I thought the final checks were finished already. Well, ain't that sketchy? Excuse me a sec. Yeah. Hey, no need to rough up our mechanic. Ugh, fault the lousy timing. Is that really Carlos? You're not Rodney? What in blazes? Is it me? Or have we seen this guy's mug before? If I squint just right, yeah. He appears to have trimmed up a tad since our last encounter. That's some dedicated camouflage. But it wasn't enough to pull the wool over our eyes. He's the one who caused a stir over in Arasion, the anti-immigration activist Jacobin. That's him. Oh, he lost weight for this? Dang, talk about dedication to the bit. Ugh. Didn't think you had the cojones to strut around in the open. You're that infernal Spriggan. Foil me once, shame on you, but twice! Van, I found the bomb! It was wedged in a gap under the engine cover. Nice work, Katra. I almost drove out with that. And so, like I said, I don't know much about racing, but I feel like, because don't those jokers gut literally everything that isn't chassis and engine? Like, the only thing you could do was seal a racer inside, basically. I feel like even a minimal addition of weight is something that will be noticed, but they did say the final checks had already run, and then the guy was leaving after final checks. So yeah, no, that tracks. And so, the miniature explosive attached to Aslan's Z1 race car was safely removed. The real mechanic, whom Jacobin had knocked out and tied up, was then found unharmed. I don't know, seems like he went through it. Now, second verse, not so same as the first. From there, the Z1 Grand Prix kicked off once more, with the competition heating up more than ever.
This time, it's Maxim tailing after Aslan.
Whoa!
You're kidding.
I feel like that's a move that... Wait, what?
God damn it!
What did his vehicle jack up or something? An explosion kills both Maxim and Aslan. But what happened? What the heck? What did he do? I thought he was gonna use a move that I'm fairly certain we'd used on him before in order to win the race, but here we are again. Another rewind. And the timing was exactly the same as before. In the end, we couldn't stop that tragedy from repeating itself. Though it did play out differently compared to the last time. Yeah, right down to how the race was going. But the part that stuck out to me most was the size of the explosion. Was it smaller? I noticed that too. It was... Compared to the first explosion, it was way smaller, and the cars were slightly less damaged. So they got some insurance set up. Maxim's is primed to go too. You're right. I didn't see it in as much detail as Fairy, but I did have the same thought. What I don't understand is how it even happened. We definitely removed the bomb that was placed in Aslan's car. Then there must have been two from the very beginning. That's the only logical conclusion. The first explosion was caused by both bombs going off, while the second was caused by just one. Put that way, the logic checks out. In summary, an explosive was planted not only in Mr. Aslan's vehicle, but Mr. Lugin's as well. Do I have that right? Couldn't even get a word in edgewise there. His Spriggans are really coming along. But yeah, I'd say y'all hit the nail on the head. You guys sure are a sharp bunch. Something tells me you're stumped on who actually planted the extra bomb, though. Right, we didn't encounter anybody else who could be on our very short suspect list. A few ideas come to mind, but we don't have enough material to narrow things down. And that brings us to you, Judith. I've got a job that only a resident prowler could pull off. I see where this is going. You want me to stake out the Etoile's garage, right? Yep, the limelight's all yours. If everything goes right, we'll have our other culprit. But what about the anchored bomb? Are we just going to leave it be? I don't understand why we can't just split up. Like, we have 9 people here. We may have to let Jacobin walk for now. Apprehending him would be sure to cause a disturbance. And if that puts the other culprit on their guard, we'll be right back at square one. Time's not on our side, so I'll get right to it. Earn 1 SP. Okay. I feel like we could just split up, though, but sure.
Come out, whoever you are. Huh?
Maxim?
There's no room for doubt. It was right there in his hand. Still, him? I can hardly believe it.
That's why Van reacted the way he did. That's not Maxim. So I guess we are gonna get our suicide bomb.
The culprit's
none other than Maxim Lugan himself. But that begs the question, why is he sacrificing his own life just to take down a fellow competitor?
If it is, okay, so far, we haven't really encountered shape-shifting. I'm sure with all the extra dimensional nonsense out there, you definitely can do it, but shape-shifting has not been foreshadowed. So I think a likelier explanation is that he's being extorted in some kind of way and doesn't understand that he's putting his own life in danger. He's just trying to throw the race, maybe. Well, or not just throw the race. He's, like, Aslan, he's specifically trying to prevent Aslan from winning. Well, good work either way. The possibility did cross my mind. Let's just put a pin in this for now. But then why involve us? I guess because the CID was already kind of into this, but it's not like Maxim would be party to that information. If he wanted to do this, then he could have just left us out of the loop. I've got one more favor to ask of our world-class phantom thief. Shoot, at this point I might as well go the whole Selge. This time, it's right up your alley. I want you to pull a heist. You'll have to time it while Maxim's guard is down, just before the race begins. As for what you'll be stealing, what else could it be but those 2 bombs? Sounds like my kind of fun. You're on. Wait, how do you expect me to steal from 2 cars at the same time? I mean, your grandma would probably be able to pull it off. No one said you had to do it alone. Don't you got a top catch you can call on? Is she gonna wear the outfit? March 21st, 1:55 p.m.
Here we go, folks. Our Z1 racers are all lined up at the starting grid. And what's this? We have a surprise gift and message from His Highness Prince Cherie.
Okay, so this is now different.
Glory to Calvard, and glory to the Z1 Grand Prix!
Oh, something to draw everybody's attention.
Haha! There's a surprise.
I didn't realize this was in the works.
Yeah, you didn't know about it.
Wow! Pretty colors.
What a lovely sight.
Fireworks during the day? Still fine.
That prince knows how to put on a show.
So that's what fireworks look like. They're beautiful.
They sure pulled out all the stops.
Indeed. That they managed to do so in time is equally astounding.
Right. Having, like, what, 30 minutes to put this together?
Surprise fireworks? From Elsheim's crown prince of all people?
Hold it right there.
All right, buddy. Last show you'll ever see out under the clear blue sky.
You are hereby under arrest on charges of attempted terrorism.
Huh? What gave me away?
A power you couldn't possibly comprehend.
Typical Van. Always coming up with outrageous requests at the 11th hour.
They've been dealing with this longer than anybody else.
Regardless, we'll have to give Prince Cherie our gratitude for allowing us to use his name.
Yes. The guild is indebted to him once more as well. On to the next phase.
Well, that was a nice little present.
That is the real him.
Okay, time to get my head in the race.
There's the one.
Target acquired. Wonder how it went on Grammy's end.
The mask.
My transformations may be limited, but age hasn't dulled this old tabby just yet.
Limited? You're better at this right now than I've ever been.
Everything's going according to plan.
That leaves just one mission left.
Right. All we have to do is see this race through to the end.
Make sure that nobody dies this time.
The rest is up to you, Van.
With that, Van and crew's third iteration of the Grand Prix started up anew. As expected, it came down to a head-to-head battle between Maxim and Aslan. Once again, the race arrived at that final ill-fated lap. I think we have enough.
And we're down to the final lap. Who will bring home the glory? The Red Comet or our new rising star?
Maxim, this is the day I leave you in my dust.
Aslan, you really have gotten more skill. Just don't hold this against me.
Okay, so yes.
Maxim is moving to cut Aslan off.
Hit the detonator.
No! What?
No, it misfired.
Maxim's speed is dropping. Did he push in too hard?
Why?
Fine then. I'll just wreck him the old-fashioned way.
I don't understand.
Alrighty, let's do this.
Whoa! When did this happen?
The two are neck and neck, and neither one is backing down. They're this close to lapping the back of the pack. Wait, where'd that car come from?
Are those back in the race? I thought they dropped out already.
Is that?
You're trading paint with me? Sorry, but I'm sending you off course. On my way.
Jeez.
The champion stands his ground. What phenomenal handling!
Where was this in all our other
And
races?
the Red Comet soars away. Didn't think he'd push back on that. But at least he's too far to run into Aslan now.
Oh, obviously.
Maxim catches up with a burning vengeance. The Red Comet's at full throttle, blazing ahead at unthinkable speeds.
Huh?
Jeez. He didn't even hide it.
What a catastrophe! The two top contenders for victory have both gone out of bounds.
Mind
We can only pray they're unharmed.
Mind control. I don't know why that wasn't my very first freaking thought. Oh man. He's tweaking.
Max.
He is far gone. What? Well, I wonder, okay, so...
That crimson aura. That sudden burst of strength.
Was it? Straight, like, okay, who let Van onto the field with that car?
Our champ was corroded from minute one.
Right.
He's headed for the parking lot. We'll have to drive after him. Quick.
I'm very curious as to what Maxim thinks is going on. From there, Van immediately rendezvoused with the others, who proceeded to split up between his, Elaine's, and Kincaid's vehicles. They then took off in pursuit of Maxim, whom they had located making his way to the suburbs. So he just kidnapped Aslan in front of everybody?
Where do you suppose Maxim is headed?
Who knows? He sure isn't hurting for options. I let you three come because you insisted, but the second things get hairy, I'm dropping you off. Got it?
Yes, we understand.
Maxim.
What is going on?
That buffoon. Just what is he thinking?
Right, this is crazy.
Katra, everything ready?
I honestly thought he was about to strangle Aslan.
Yes, I managed to patch into the transceiver in his car. Reset, how's the communications link coming along?
Process is complete, Mr. Silesian.
Thanks. I'll initiate the call then.
Can you hear me, champ?
What in the...
Hope you don't mind us hacking your transceiver. Couldn't help but wonder what spurred this on. Thought I'd give you a chance to explain.
I feel, okay, they were in a kind of a remote area of the racetrack, so I guess the Z1 Grand Prix happens over a much larger area that the audience can't really see in person.
It's got nothing to do with you.
But you were willing to go so far for this.
If that's the case, then would you be willing to tell me?
anymore.
Does he think Aslan did something to Paulette?
What?
Bring an end to all of it. So don't worry.
Maxim?
Finally awake, huh? Rotten bastard. You've gotten your sick kicks out of them for the last time.
What does he think happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This conversation is over. So do me a favor and quit following us.
He broke it. But okay. Okay. Oh, right? The pieces are falling into place, I guess.
Damn. We got cut off.
Okay. We have to hear what he thinks is going on now.
He said Paulette was the victim here.
Any idea what he meant by that?
No.
No, not a clue.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Is she sick? March 21st, 4:40 p.m. Daybreak Memorial Park. Daybreak Memorial Park.
This place is...
Daybreak Memorial Park. The place he's never been able to let go of.
You're those folks who always come around to exterminate monsters. We just had someone force their way into the forested area. Think he dragged another person in with him too. If he wanted to kill Aslan, he could have done so way before now. Does he want to kill him in a specific spot? They were both dressed in racing suits, but the air about them was anything but normal. Please, sir, settle down. You're that bracer. Yes, we're here as part of a joint effort with the Intelligence Division. I am Kincaid of the CID. Those extermination requests you mentioned were issued by me. It just so happens that we've had 2 persons of interest flee into this park. My collaborators and I are in the midst of pursuing them. We'd appreciate if you could let us take things from here. I see. I guess I can rest easy with the CID and Guild on the case. Here's the key. Best of luck to you. Really smooth talked your way through that one, huh? I mean, they are both super official. Drastic times call for drastic measures. While we may not be Spriggans, this much should be within our bounds. I mean, yeah, if the top intelligence division comes asking...
With regards to what comes next...
I really think we should bring them along, honestly. Like, we only got what little information we did because of Paulette.
We know. It'd be better for us to stay behind.
And that's why I'm not a Spriggan, so...
But...
Sorry, Yume, but it's just too dangerous to go any further.
You don't have to worry. So be a good girl and wait for us, okay?
We'll get Maxim out of there without a scratch. Promise.
Yes. Very... Okay. I'll wait.
All right then. Let's get moving.
The forest area is to the left past the entrance, correct?
So this is a really close one. We don't have to go all the way down.
Yeah. The champ brought us there for a request last fall.
Right! I forgot about that!
We'd better catch up before it's too late.
What does he think? Daybreak Memorial Park, forest area. Y'all seeing this? Red pleroma grass? No, it's just regular flowers. I think. But the whole space is transformed though. Boy, do I. It's like we stepped right into another world. The area has been completely corroded. What's more, the higher elements seem to be in effect. Maxim and Paulette make such good memories here. Yeah, it's got a special place in his heart, even now. Like that was any excuse for him to dump his schmaltzy love stories on us. Do you suppose Mr. Lucan's destination is the memorial tree deeper within? Without a doubt. That's where Maxim and Paulette buried their time capsule 7 years ago. So that's why... Was Judith with us when we did that? We'll want to be prepared for anything before treading in further. Yeah, ready up, gang. It's go time. I still haven't decided...
Banner launched!
And then Renee should be with us. Yeah. I still haven't decided on who to give what to, but... we're definitely running with Renee. What did I have her equipped with? Grail Locket and Oratorio Blue, so he'll get both of those. Tartan Handkerchief. Whoa! Arts Defense and Arts Evade plus 40. Grail Locket. And Oratorio Blue. What's his orbment looking like?
Adjusting orbment.
Gapped to death. Alright.
Shard skills updated. Shard skills updated.
When receiving damage by 500%.
Shard skills updated.
I'm going to have to remember to take that off of him, but...
So you know about the corrosion too, Renee?
Of course. Surveying and gaining an understanding of a situation is fundamental to my job. On top of that, the monsters are more of a threat than ever.
Right. We need to hurry, but stay alert.
Watch out for ranged attacks!
So, oh, I should probably save. So, my whole thing is that, is there a reason that the Gardenmaster
Goodies for the taking.
Gold Amulet is targeting people that we know, I guess would be the best way to put it? All people from within Van's inner circle. Well, I guess Maxim is more of an outer circle kind of guy, but definitely all people that we've been personally involved with from this game and the previous one. I'm not really able because Maxim definitely has Celestial Balm EX. That's new. Maxim definitely has a Genesis on him, and I feel like us picking obviously I didn't play it, so I don't know who's affected, but I do intend on playing it when I replay this game after I beat it. Obviously, because it's a whole other branch that the story could go. But whoever we would be contending with, had we picked to go the other route, would have had the same Genesis. So us picking this route means that Maxim ended up with it, and if we pick the other route, it would not still be Maxim who's got the Genesis planted on him, basically. Your typical stuff. But my whole thing is, I'm still puzzled as to what the point of it is. Taking the Genesis from us only to give them back in these, like... Does the Gardenmaster, or did the well, okay, I was about to say, did the Gardenmaster truly expect Ashen to be able to finish us off, but... She killed us, she did kill us. We did definitely have to work that out. But Maxim? All Maxim did was kidnap Aslan. We're not even the targets of his ire. So how does wrapping us up in this... How is this worth giving us back the Genesis, you know? But, alright. I don't really have any more theory crafting to do, so we'll just head right there.
That otherworldly presence is getting stronger.
Okay.
The memorial tree is just up ahead. Brace yourselves, everyone.
That means it's...
Will do. We'll put a stop to this thing. Paulette, Victor, and everyone else.
Alright. So we're gonna have to fight Maxim then?
What is this about, Maxim? I haven't done anything.
Exactly.
Like hell you haven't. It's your fault that Paulette... that Yume...
What does he think happened?
Stop right there, Maxim.
You let that man go!
Caught up already, have you? There's no use trying to talk me out of it.
There it is.
I'll do whatever it takes to see this through!
He was about to. Whoa! I thought we were gonna block that.
Guy's out cold.
He one and done him.
All of this has something to do with Paulette and Yume. We can tell that much. But can't you give us the details?
Exactly.
There's gotta be some way we can help make things right. Just like when we escorted you here to dig up that time capsule.
Point taken. You have a right to hear what's going on.
Okay, this doesn't seem so. It alters, like, the Genesees have the capability of altering memories, I guess. It's not mind control specifically. Given the information that Maxim has, this is how he would behave. Given the information that Ashen had, that's how she would behave. So he's not insane or anything like that, just driven to his worst kind of extreme.
I put out that request around 4 months ago. Back then, I didn't know a damn thing.
Inside that time capsule was a picture of Paulette, who you'd been searching for. Then came the kicker. She'd been at Monmar all along.
Yeah. I was dumbfounded.
I mean, the guy, he got as lucky as he possibly could have been.
But what shook me to my core was the fact that she'd given her heart to someone else.
What? He's gonna kill Aslan because Paulette moved on? Maxim!
What?
That's what this is about? Oh, brother!
That must be how things were rewritten.
And this new partner of hers
is Aslan?
You guys confirmed it with me, remember?
No, that's not what happened.
It's Aslan, right there on the ground.
But you could not possibly have taken that information any worse.
Now we know his version of the story.
But why all this? That's crazy. Actually certifiable.
Even still, why take things this far?
Exactly. I thought it was gonna turn out that Aslan had started a private fight club with Paulette and Yume.
Obviously, it came as a shock. And instead of chasing a lost cause, I gave up on the spot.
Okay, so he did the normal thing first.
It's only natural. I was the one who let things get to my head in the first place. As far as I could tell, Aslan was the sort who could treat her right.
Yeah, he seems like a stand-up dude.
I was determined to be a good sport. To step back and give them a chance. But then I learned what this bastard did.
Oh, okay.
When no one was looking, he would abuse Paulette behind closed doors.
Okay, so he does think that. That's, like, this, that's, I can see why he would throw his life away over that.
What? A case of domestic violence, huh? This has to be another one of those twisted truths.
Obviously, considering the fact that Aslan and Paulette aren't together.
Yeah, though it's a little too plausible for comfort.
Not only that, but it turns out Aslan is being backed by a Central Eastern mafia.
Oh, dang. They wrote the worst kind of villainous background for this guy as they could.
Say a peep to anyone and you might not live to regret it. Even threats like that weren't beneath him.
A Central Eastern Mafia. Quite an elaborate tale he's spinning.
Seriously.
After that, my mind was made up. I decided to save Paulette no matter how much I had to dirty my hands. For her, I would gladly lay down my life.
Which you've seen him do twice in a row.
After everything I've put her through, this is the least I can do to redeem myself.
So yeah, let's call up Paulette and have her say that none of that is true.
If you really want to help make things right.
Actually, no, I feel like if we tried to have Paulette tell him that that she is not with Aslan, she doesn't even know this guy, that would only dig, like, that he would be like, Aslan is making you say that. You can't trick me.
And stay out of this so I can kill Aslan.
Yeah, we're not gonna let you do that, dude.
You can't be serious!
But, okay, but why? Maybe the Gardenmaster just unleashed the Genesees on people that we know just to see what would happen?
We're not just going to let that happen.
Fine. Don't say I didn't warn you.
He's just got the power to do this now. He doesn't think that's weird. The fact that he couldn't do that this morning. Bloodthirsty demon Da'at Gilias.
Its strength is that of a high-ranking cryptid. As for its appearance...
Maybe, well, I guess the whole thing... Have we fought?
It's a dead ringer for that Arc-Devil that appeared in Pandemonium.
This is just like when Ashen summoned that Nue.
Spiritual energy spike detected. Wait, these readings...
Its spiritual signature lines up perfectly with Maxim's.
What?
In other words, this devil is something born out of Maxim's psyche?
So his inner fire's on full display. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Damn it! We're gonna have to go for broke here.
I thought Ashen could just do that. It seemed like she summoned it with like a skill rather than tapping into like demonic power. But apparently not. Apparently that's a function of the thing. But yes, it's actually not weird at all that he wouldn't think it was weird that he could summon this thing, because the whole purpose of this Genesis power is to absolutely warp perception. So he's not worried about that. Interesting. Impede and slow.
Now, Elaine.
We've got, okay, yeah. Probably should have given him four. We did get a brand new we got a brand new arts driver. Probably should have taken a look at that for good old Renee.
We'll win. Engaging skill.
All right, one for the road.
Boost gauge upgraded.
Purgatorial Howl heals it. All right, we're just fully back to this type of boss design. Though, honestly, I'm going to say it felt really freaking obnoxious back in the Cold Steel and Reverie games. It doesn't feel as oppressive here. And I'm not sure why. Maybe because we have so much insane damage output. And it felt like we had to work way harder to be this strong in the previous games. Of course, it's been a very long time since I've really played through any of the previous non-Daybreak entries, so might be completely wrong there, but that's just how it feels. I know when I see it in when I see the bosses healing themselves, I don't feel frustration. Uh-oh, he's about to go down.
Here goes.
I feel like, okay, that's cool. We can just go ahead and put in some work. Maybe not with Renee though. He ain't hitting that hitting that hard. Side attack, bonus, short hit.
Here it comes. We'll win.
Dang, we didn't get anything off of that.
Van, your turn.
And Van is actually going to... Which heals the most?
There.
It's not the most ever. In fact, that was basically nothing.
That's far enough.
Ooh. Alright.
Limiter removed.
Oh, Golden. That EP cut 3. Because I think he still has a cast, just a cast 1.
Get going, bro.
Nope. Aha. So this is Maxim's evil persona. Actually, no. Let me not act like I haven't actually played those games. This would be more akin to his shadow.
You'll pay for that.
But I guess Ashen maybe was the Nue was summoned because I was closer to hers. Because this is something that we fought before, so maybe it assigned an Arc-Devil that most closely resembles it, or maybe the Arc-Devils have those appearances because they're born from what humans think and feel. So if pushed to a corner, he's probably not the only person that would manifest this particular one. This thing is freaking fast. Holy. Okay. Let us reviving balm. Probably should have opted for something else. Oh, jeez.
I don't feel at my best. Need to fix this.
Let's Earth Guard. And he can reviving balm Mr. Celestial. Okay, so this should give us a tiny bit of breathing room.
You've done well. Please take care of yourself.
What? Interesting. Go ahead and hit it with one of these.
You've done well. Please take care of yourself.
Buff removal, sure. Alright, so that hits a lot less hard thanks to the power of Renee. She could...
Zypha activate.
Okay, that's not surprising.
I misjudged them.
Is that it?
Okay, Aracion Ale. And she can't do it because we need something that'll cure... What is that? Fear? Nothing that cures fear, so instead... we'll just do a Curia Balm.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't feel at my best.
You'll be alright. Just a little bit more. Oh, check that out.
Chance.
She is not going to be moving, so one of these.
There.
Thank you.
There we go. Nothing to worry about. Except for that. That wasn't too great.
We'll win.
Nebulous Cannon. A stronger art.
Chance.
What do we have? 12,000 left. And Van will need this Aracion Ale.
There.
Whoa. I thought that healed 28, but I guess I misread that.
Need to fix this.
Nope. Alright, Elaine. Okay, so that was a lot closer than it really should have been. But it's all fine and dandy. Wait, we didn't win yet. Oops. Okay.
You'll pay for that.
There it is. You just barely didn't win. Okay.
That's how it goes.
Laplace Code has been upgraded to Laplace
One
Code
step
2.
closer to reaching my peak. I will always strive to better myself.
Criminal Butte 2. Neat. But yeah, not our best showing ever. Maxim, we're like that.
How did you manage to defeat that thing?
We've been around the block a few times, you know.
But that means that Maxim was willing to kill us all in order to get Aslan.
This has gone on long enough. Now release him.
I can't.
Of course he's still committed to the bit.
If you're that set on stopping me,
you'll have to kill me.
It'll have to be over my dead body.
Yeah.
Maxim.
You know, there's something that's been nagging at me. Who told you about this domestic violence business?
That's a good question. Because I've had the impression that as soon as the Genesis was slipped on, it's just his perception changed.
What does that have to do with anything? Facts are facts. Who they come from doesn't matter.
I don't think that's quite true.
Exactly.
Even if you were fully convinced, something must have planted the seed.
Exactly. You said it was behind closed doors. That's true. How'd you find out?
Right. It didn't seem to be from Paulette herself.
Obviously, because she doesn't know Aslan.
Even if we entertain that thought, she would never disclose such a thing so easily.
So then, who was it?
In hindsight, there's one other person who's been acting off since this morning.
Was it Yume who had the Genesis slipped onto her? There's no way!
It struck me while we were exchanging small talk at Monmar. But it was even more apparent when we met later by the Ferris wheel.
Yume told him that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why? The Genesis must be on Yume then.
The one who came to you was Yume, wasn't it?
You're wrong!
No, you aren't.
Wait, what? What's going on? What the heck?
It worked like a charm.
What? What is Mare doing?
Is that Yume?
Oh, Yume or Mare brought her here, astrally projected her. Okay, so it's not like last time.
Yes, albeit replicated via shard technology.
I guess these two are pretty connected.
Normally I wouldn't be lending you a hand for something like this. But I did borrow her body that one time without asking. So I brought her over as a sort of apology.
Yeah, not so fun times.
Not my favorite game of tag in history.
And Shizuna was freaking tough.
Oh yeah, I remember the tail end of that.
Crap, I forgot you were here too. Well, whatever. You guys can wrap up the rest.
I'm sorry, Maxim.
Yume, you don't have to say a thing.
Was she not influenced by the Genesis? She just wanted to cause mayhem and havoc?
You're always so nice to me. But all I did was make stuff harder for you.
It isn't like that at all. After all, you never knew about it. Isn't that right?
Today, on the Ferris wheel, I asked you for help. That's what made you do all of this.
Wait, so where did he get a bomb from?
So that's when she told him.
But how did Yume find out what was happening?
'Cause I saw it. I saw that guy Aslan doing horrible things to Mommy.
Yeah, we need to check her for the Genesis.
So that's how it went.
This is the cruelest rewrite yet.
Yeah, actually, this is genuinely jacked.
But even still, Yumes, it stings a little that you didn't come and talk to me about it.
Right. If she'd gone to us instead of Maxim, we could have had this dealt with lickety-split. Basically talked to Paulette and Paulette been like, who is Aslan?
Well, not like I can blame you. You were probably threatened yourself, right? Something along the lines of, one word to that Spriggan and your mom and grandpa will get it?
Yeah, you're right. That's why I couldn't tell you. But that was bad of me.
Dude, I feel so bad for them.
I should have known. You guys would be able to do something about it.
It's just everybody's a victim here.
And I know I could have done more than just ask for help. Back then, I should have asked you. Let's help Mommy together.
Yume? You...
Don't feel like you have to do everything by yourself. Remember, I'm always here for you.
And he definitely, like, the plan would evolve.
Was I in the wrong? I'm sorry, Yume. Paulette.
Yeah, the plan would have evolved, like, way fewer explosions.
I feel sleepy.
There it is.
She must have gone back to wherever she was before.
Genesis. Who knew it was so close to home?
So Yume was the point of origin, and from there the corrosion spread. Still, at least this means it's finally over.
Man, and this effed up everybody's lives.
What just happened?
Aslan really did not deserve this at all. Oh, man. That's so unfortunate. And he was like, from what little he did, he was so friendly.
Setting aside the more convoluted bits, all this fuss Maxim kicked up, right or wrong, was for you and Yume. In a nutshell, he was trying to protect you two. I hope you won't hold it against him too much.
Don't worry. I understand perfectly.
Yeah, it wasn't even his fault. Aw.
I'm willing to let it go just this once. Sleep tight while you still can.
I've arranged for you to receive both transportation and medical attention.
Right. He took a really heavy hit. Like multiple, even.
As for the details on what exactly transpired, I'll provide them on the drive over to the hospital. Is that agreeable?
Is he? I feel like Aslan does deserve to know like 90% of the truth.
Sure. I don't mind. My wounds don't seem to be serious anyway. More importantly, it looks like this misunderstanding has been cleared up.
Right. So he's even taking all this in stride. I don't know, I'd be way more upset. Good guy Aslan, he's the MVP this day. With that, the turmoil brought about by Yume and Maxim's corrosion came to an end. The crash during the Z1 race was reported by the CID as being caused by Jacobin and the anti-immigration terrorists. But isn't that something they would literally get charged for, though? Maybe they would tell the public that, but not actually put that on their rap sheet, because that seems like these guys are scum of the earth, but that seems a little unfair. To, like, have to face charges because it was decided that you would be used as the cover story. Aslan, having received a cursory explanation of Maxim's unusual behavior, promised not to go public about what had transpired. See, Aslan is the coolest dude! Ultimately, it was clear that the Gardenmaster was the main culprit behind these bizarre occurrences. But why? What does he have to gain from slipping the Genesis onto Yume? I guess we'll find out, but this was insane. After enlisting Ren's assistance, Van and the team gathered to draft out a counter plan. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak 2. There we go. 1,500. 4,000. I was like, 1,500 is a little thin.
Those are impressive results. Then I'll update your rank.
B++.
Got it.
Cetus Phantasma.
Can't complain with that.
I did nothing out of the ordinary.
All right, well, that was a lot. Oh, man. But definitely, we got Maxim all set, got Yume all set. Join me next time for more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Bye for now, guys.